it appears to be someone else's car. His boss left earlier anyways and should long be home by now. What he can't see is that his boss is tied up in the back seat, just 3 meters away from him, gagged and held at gunpoint. He has been kidnapped, and this really is his car. This, right here, is the beginning of the biggest kidnapping in German history. The man in the backseat is Theo Albrecht, one of the 2 brothers who founded the global discount supermarket chain Aldi and one of the richest people in Europe. At this point in time, Aldi is already taking over Germany. Soon, it'll conquer the world. Theo Albrecht and his brother will forever change the way people do grocery shopping, how much they spend on it, and how supermarkets work in general. But right now, he's not thinking about business. He's thinking about staying alive.
Pack die Koffer Blondie, wir fahren heute so, wie es uns gefällt. Reißt die Zelte ab, spatz wie im Eiltempo, einmal die Welt. Von unserem Wuppertal, da geht es sowieso noch ein letztes Mal. Wir fahren ins Nirgendwo, ein letztes Mal.
This is Theo, and this is his brother Karl. They're the Albrecht brothers. Their parents own a small grocery shop in the West German city of Essen. It's small and simple. The brothers grow up helping out where they can, but it's a tough time for selling groceries, or anything really. There was the hyperinflation in 1923, the Great Depression of 1929, Germany bombed to rubble in 1945, and the currency reform of 1948. Most Germans are broke and hungry. Theo is in his mid-20s when he and Karl take over the family shop. They know they have to be smart to make it through these difficult times. In this bare-bones store, the two will develop a set of principles that will revolutionize the concept of supermarkets as we know it.
Very serious crime, stealing King Silver.
This is
King
Hannah.
Silver is a capital
She's in her early
crime.
20s and from
You
another
get the
West German
time
city
for
called
that.
Düsseldorf.
Why do you keep going
She
on
comes
about
for
it?
money.
What's it got to do
And
with
right
me?
now she's head over
I
heels
keep
in
telling you,
love
I don't know
with this
nothing
guy.
about any
He's a
silver.
bit older,
I'm a
as in
miller.
almost
Flour
30
is what
years
I
old.
know about.
A lawyer with a firm
If someone's
in downtown
stealing silver
Düsseldorf.
from the mines, why don't
He
you
too
talk to the
is
mint
rich.
master
He
about
drives
it?
flashy
Well,
cars,
we
takes luxury
did.
vacations, and
He
somehow
was the
always
one
wins
that
at the
brought it
roulette
up.
table. Well, almost always.
Everyone who lives
The other
nearby,
day,
if
his
they
luck
saw
ran
anything
out. He had to borrow
suspicious.
300,000
Then good luck
Deutsche
with
Marks
that.
from Hannah.
Because
But
in
that's not
case
gonna
you
bother
haven't
her tonight.
noticed,
Tonight they'll
everyone
enjoy
around
themselves
here
in the
lives
ball.
near the mines.
Aye, but some live closer
Hannah
than
will
others.
have this photo framed and
And
put up in her bedroom.
then
She has
there's
no idea
also the
he'll go
fact
global
that,
just a few months later.
how to put it,
We're asking you because
Interpol will use it
Well,
for their manhunt
you're a
to
miller,
bring down the mastermind
right?
behind
Oh,
Germany's
I
most
see.
high-profile kidnapping.
Since I'm a miller, I must be a crook. Is that it?
Hannah's big shot lawyer boyfriend
but
is called
you know
Heinz
what they say.
Joachim Ohlenberg.
Aye.
And
They
right
say
now he's
you
got a
lot
problem.
can hardly find your
He and
own
his partner
asses.
just kidnapped
Never
one of
mind
the
a
richest
thief.
men in the country,
Keeping me from my work, young fellas.
and they have absolutely
So
no
if we're
idea
done
what to
here-
do next. To be fair, it's their first
all right,
kidnapping.
Miller. If you should
Also,
happen to hear
Ohlenberg's day
anything,
job is
let
entirely
us know.
different. He forged his high school diploma to get into law school. He's been divorced twice and keeps having affairs with young women.
All right, leave it
These
till
days,
tomorrow then.
he's
No
representing
hurry.
pretty
What's
shitty
up?
clients,
The guards
loan
were here
sharks,
asking-
crooks, and
Can you go and
professional
tell-
criminals. Now he needs cash, lots of it, and fast. 700,000 Deutsche Marks. He owes not only Hannah a couple of grand, but also a few relatives and even 2 serious felons. One of them is this guy here, Diamond Paul. His real name is Paul Kahn. He's a trained car mechanic by day and a safecracker by night. He breaks into banks and department stores and snatches their cash deposits. He got caught once and did a few years behind bars. He swore he was done with that life when he got out, but he still has that one dream.
all right.
A house on the Spanish Mediterranean coast.
I-
He even has a name for it. Casa Paulo.
Where did you hide?
The
That's
land
the-
is
You
already
dragged
paid
se-
for.
No,
Now
no.
he just needs
Sam-
the
So
money
why
to
don't
build
you
it.
I don't know how.
But his
For
day
heaven's
job
sake,
pays less than
Steve.
2,000
Yes, but
Deutsche
you
Marks
see,
a month.
When I
That
was
is not
standing on
gonna
this
cut
wooden
it.
walkway and I dropped it over
The
the edge, they
kidnapping was
wouldn't
his
catch me
idea.
with it.
One
And now
last
I don't know
job.
how to get to
Gonna
it.
go off
And
grid
how
forever.
are we...
No,
Oh, no.
Christ, and we'll.
What if you can create your own website
Stable.
by saying, this is
We
what
don't
I
have
want.
to get...
Without a
With
map,
Wix,
we'd just
you
end up
can.
getting lost in the.
So we'll get...
First up,
Have it your
let's
way
talk about
then.
AI color schemes. You can get any combos you want. Bold and bright, minimalist and sleek, or something you didn't even think of. Just describe the vibe you want, or even use the colors of your logo, and let AI do its thing. Beautiful. Next up is the AI section creator. This is great for those website essentials like a contact section or a place to subscribe. Now, I'm running a sale, so I punch in some details, and just like that, I have a promo section. Functional and beautiful. I love it. Now, for the AI text creator, I got some products that need description. So I type in some keywords, and there it is. I've got a copy that lands. Now, let's see what the AI image creator can do. Sometimes you just want to spice up your visual game. Type your idea and watch it turn into a high-quality image in seconds. You can have some real fun with this. If you need to tweak something, just brush it over, write what you want, and there it is. I may not be an artist, but that's art. If you're ready to build something you love, head to Wix.
As a therapist myself, I know how important it is to be able to have someone that you can talk to about your problems, to bounce ideas off of, process your traumas and your stressors, especially when life is getting out of hand. And although everyone should have a therapist like that they can talk to, sometimes it's difficult to find the right person who's the right fit for you and your needs. Thankfully, BetterHelp has an online quiz and tool that streamlines the entire process for you to better help you find a therapist.
Take a talk. Good luck,
meet
Ted.
your needs by asking you what your preferences are, what your experiences are, what kind of therapy style you're looking for, and that way it can match you up with the best therapist specifically for you. And thanks to BetterHelp's online platform, actually communicating
Hey,
with your
Nimoy,
therapist,
you
whether it be
rogue.
via messaging,
Come here a
phone
minute.
call, video chat, is incredibly easy. You can communicate with your therapist at times
What do you
that are
want,
most
Miller's
convenient
boy?
for you, so that
Looking
you
for
can
that
have
clumsy
flexibility
brother
to
of
communicate
yours?
with them not only anytime but also anywhere. Whether that be at home, at a park, in your car, whatever's most convenient for you, things are flexible so you can get the help you need when you need it. So if you feel like you're in a hard time, you can try out BetterHelp for yourself.
The morning after the kidnapping, they don't know where to stash their millionaire, so Paul spent the night with him in his garage, with Theo Albrecht tied up and blindfolded next to him in the passenger seat. Albrecht's wife already knows. They called her the night before the kidnapping. They promised her husband would come back unharmed as long as she stayed quiet. No cops, no press. Now they just need to figure out what to do with him. First, they need to bring him somewhere safe, quietly, so that no one will recognize him. But how do you move a hostage without anyone noticing? They weigh their options. A wardrobe trunk? Too small. A broom closet? 6 weeks delivery time. Roll him up in a carpet? That could work. Ollenberg heads out to get one, 2 by 3 meters. Kron stays in the car with Albrecht. They agree to meet at a quiet road where they can safely transfer Albrecht into a Volkswagen van. The plan is to make him sit on a rolled-out rug and wrap him up like a burrito. It all starts with this: butter. Post-war Germany is a country in ruins. Food is scarce. Butter is a luxury. So the Albrecht brothers do something unusual. They sell their butter at cost, without markups and profits, sometimes even at loss. But word spreads quickly. There's no cheaper butter in town than at the Albrecht shop. Butter becomes their draw, or what's often called a loss leader. Other Albrecht loss leaders are bread, margarine, milk, flour, potatoes, pasta, soap, and toilet paper. They're everyday essentials at unbeatable prices, and once customers come in for those, they are likely to also spend money on other products. The plan works out. Before long, the Albrechts open one grocery store after another. Within just a few years, they're running 30 supermarkets across the greater area. While scaling, Aldi keeps it old school. A lot of paper, a lot of folders, tightly managed departments. If only they could have run on Odoo, the all-in-one management platform. Instead of isolated softwares, tons of individual applications, and lost files, Odoo lets you manage all aspects of business in a central hub. And if you're still hesitating, Odoo's website app is the perfect launchpad. You can create a website in just 4 steps. Use the drag and drop builder to create a custom site in minutes. Personalize your text and choose the perfect font. Drop in your own images or grab some from the free Unsplash library. Easily add animations, adapt your layout with the grid system, and customize your backgrounds with shapes and gradient filters. Start using Odoo's website app for free today. Your first app is free for life, including unlimited hosting and support, plus a free custom domain name for a year. Add more apps anytime. And get
My,
access
that's
to
a hell of a
Odoo's
drop.
for just 19.90 euros per
Better
month.
be careful.
Click the link in the description to get started. Ollenberg and Kron are looking for a place to hide their kidnapped millionaire. in broad daylight in downtown Dusseldorf. The first idea is Ullenberg's lawyer's office, but it's located on a busy street right in the city center, just off the central station. Getting Albrecht out of the car and into the building would mean walking him across the sidewalk, blindfolded, so he doesn't see where he's taking by whom. He could shout, people could notice and get suspicious. The second idea is Ullenberg's grown-up daughter. She lives only a few blocks away. They could hide him there and have her move into the lawyer's office for a while. But that's probably a tough sell. Her father has never visited her apartment, not even once, and now he would just show up with a kidnapped millionaire. So, back to the first idea.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Oh, that's cold. But this must be the place Stibor was talking about. I wouldn't want to get lost in here. The walkway. The sack must be here somewhere.
Unfortunately, Albrecht doesn't fit in the rug. What now? The hostage himself ends up pitching in. He promises to cooperate and not get into trouble. Ullenberg and Kron agree. They take off the blindfold, tape his eyes with skin patches, and give him a pair of shades. Then they walk him across the sidewalk to the building. But there's another problem. The office is packed with staff and clients who've already been waiting a while. So Ullenberg shuffles everyone into back rooms so that Kron can sneak Albrecht through the hallway and into Ullenberg's private room. He usually reserves it for secret dates with his younger girlfriends. The room is a cramped 4 square meter alcove. They sit Albrecht down on the bed. Then Ullenberg goes into full gear to clear the office, rushing through client meetings and sending his staff home early. They don't mind. Hanna is worried, as usual. Not because she thinks her boyfriend is a kidnapper, but because she knows he's a womanizer, constantly chasing younger women. But tonight he comes home from work on time. There's nothing special on the evening news, no mentions of a missing tycoon. Mrs. Albrecht seems to have gotten the message. No police and no press.
Das ist Rentner Hugo Banzimmer. Wir fragten ihn in seiner Wohnung, warum kaufen Sie bei Albrecht?
Wissen Sie, wenn man Rentner ist, muss man mit dem Pfennig rechnen. Und ich kaufe bei Albrecht ein. Ich kaufe dort immer ein. Man bekommt mehr für sein Geld und ich kann mir hin und wieder eine Pulle extra leisten.
Kaufen Sie bei Albrecht. Zu Ihrem Vorteil.
Karl Albrecht steps onto a small stage. He's about to give a rare public speech. He talks to fellow grocers about how he and his brother grew their business from 1 to 30 stores within just a few years. It'll be the first and last time he publicly explains the Albrecht business model.
Looking back on our operations, I see that in the early days, we were forced to keep a small product range. The sales strategy includes only fast-moving consumer goods. The limited product range eliminates time-consuming consultations for our staff, and customers can decide much faster to either buy or not buy. For example, we don't carry loose jams, fresh fruits and vegetables because they slow down sales. We also skip canned fruits and vegetables and specialty items like mayonnaise, pickled herring, herring salad and so on because of turnover speed. We carry only one variety of each product. For legumes, we have just one type each, so only one kind of beans, one kind of lentils and one kind of rice. For shoe polish, we only carry Erdal, for toothpaste only Blendux, and only Sigella for floor wicks and cans. So for brand products, we only ever carry the best-selling brand. We have followed this principle of small product ranges at low prices since 1950. The customer must believe they cannot buy cheaper anywhere else. Once that belief is in place, and I think we achieved just that, customers will accept about anything.
Theo Albrecht spends most of his confinement sitting on the bed in his undershirt and briefs. He gets bread rolls for breakfast, steak with potatoes and beans for lunch, and coffee and pastries at tea time. The kidnappers offer him a warm meal for dinner, but he just wants sandwiches and mineral water. Every 2 days, he gets a hot bath and fresh underwear. He's allowed to shave with one of the kidnappers' razors. They took his suit and shirt to a dry cleaner, so it'll look decent on the day of his release. His captors dictate letters for him to write to his wife.
Dear Silly, you have heard from me by now. I want to assure you again that I'm doing fine and that I'm being treated fairly. Please don't worry, everything will be okay. I beg you not to call the police at any circumstance and to not involve the press. I'll explain the terms of my release later. Much love, your Theo.
4 days in, and the kidnappers still haven't addressed the ransom. Ullenberg keeps dodging the topic, saying it makes him uncomfortable. And just like that, another day goes by in captivity. Albrecht will later testify in court that during those days, he lived in constant fear for his life.
What was that?
Day 5, Saturday. Albrecht decides to take matters into his own hands. He proposes a ransom. By this time, Aldi is
knew you
estimated
could
to be
take it to-
generating 2 billion Deutsche Marks in yearly revenue. But the price tag he puts on his own life is considerably smaller, 100,000 Deutsche Marks. It's a ridiculous offer, a joke. Then again, it's very on brand. Theo Albrecht is famously stingy. Daily business at the Albrecht stores is governed by a set of strict principles. 1. No heating. Employees are expected to dress warmly. 2. Lights off unless absolutely necessary. Theo Albrecht personally ensures compliance during frequent surprise rounds. 3. Zero waste. Every sheet of paper is used front and back. Plastic sleeves get reused. Paper clips and envelopes are meticulously saved. 4. No frills. No decoration, no pretty product displays, no fancy signage. Just fluorescent lighting and cardboard boxes stacked on plain shelves. 5. Speed, or what some may call German. No chit-chat,
I
no
found the
customer
silk-
consultation,
Oh,
no
good
service
work,
now.
lad.
I'd
Just
like
rapid
to-
checkouts.
Tis, you know I
Time is
only...
money. Even the bathrooms are optimized.
I just...
Theo Albrecht has all electronic
Don't
hand dryers
come.
replaced because they take 4 seconds too long to shut off. Refrigeration is too expensive as well. The butter that fueled
How-
Aldi's meteoric
What about the
rise
girl?
is sold
Come
at
to
room
me.
temperature. At night, it's stored in the cool basement. All of this serves one goal and one goal only: rock bottom prices, affordable for anyone.
Warum kann man bei Albrecht so preisgünstig einkaufen? Weil die Ladeneinrichtung nur einen Bruchteil des Üblichen kostet. Kein überflüssiger Luxus, aber zweckmäßig und sauber für moderne Menschen. Albrecht-Preise sind nicht durch hohe Einrichtungskosten belastet. Überzeugen Sie sich. Kaufen Sie im Aldi-Markt.
Sometimes life can be a little messy. But with next-gen New
Good day,
Balance
Teresa.
fabric and Ashley,
But devil a
we've
thing
got
do
your
you
whole
do
home
about it.
covered.
You can't
So
do an
you
honest
can get
job.
back to what you
You're of
love,
no use.
messes and all.
The Albrecht grocery business eventually turns into Aldi, the discount giant that's also behind Trader Joe's. And Aldi becomes a force of nature, a retail machine that leverages its market power to squeeze suppliers and farmers for ever lower prices. The Albrecht brothers earn a reputation as brutally efficient negotiators. But right now, Theo Albrecht is not the one negotiating from a position of power. The guys across the table have a gun, and they're threatening to kill him. They flat out reject his initial offer. Ullenberg knows exactly how rich Albrecht is. He read about it in a book. That's how they picked him up in the first place. Ullenberg tells Albrecht they need to consult with their partners. First, Kron heads into the next room for a call, then Ullenberg. The calls are fake. There's no one on the other end. They're bluffing to push the ransom. Ullenberg tells Albrecht he and his partners have agreed on a number. He says there are 7 people involved and that $1 million each would be fair. That makes $7 million. At this point, it's the largest sum ever demanded in a kidnapping in Europe. Ullenberg tells Albrecht not to worry. He can probably tax deduct the money as a business expense. Albrecht agrees. It's not like he really has a choice. By now, the kidnappers have worked out a plan for the ransom drop. On Tuesday at exactly 4 p.m., they'll call the Albrecht residence. Waiting on the other end will be the 4 people involved in the handover: Albrecht's wife, Silly, the family lawyer, the company's managing director, and one of his sons. They'll be given a first location, Meisenberg Street in Essen. There will be 2 stones with a note hidden underneath. The note will lead them to another location, where they'll find another note with another direction. The same thing will happen 2 more times. The final note will read,
Continue along the B288 toward Essen. Pull over at the parking lot near the Ruhrtal Bridge and use the deposited radio transmitter. Press the right button to say, Theo, come in please. Then follow the instructions you'll receive over the radio.
Kron will guide them via walkie-talkie to a path in the woods. There they're supposed to drop the money and leave. When the coast is clear, Kron will grab the ransom, and Albrecht will be released at Frankfurt Airport. They'll tell him they're leaving the country. Albrecht is told to board a plane back to Dusseldorf. Once he lands, he's a free man, and the kidnappers will have supposedly fled somewhere far away. It's a solid plan. Even Albrecht feels a bit relieved. Essen Police Headquarters. These are the 4 people awaiting the instructions for the ransom drop.
Pater
At least
noster,
they're supposed to
qui
look the
es
part.
in celis,
They're actually 4
sanctificetur
undercover detectives.
nom.
They've been disguised by theater makeup artists. One of them is dressed as Mrs. Albrecht and wearing a wig. Underneath the costumes, they're hiding bulletproof vests and guns. They're standing by and waiting for the signal. Kron makes the call to the Albrecht residence. He says hello and is about to give the first set of instructions, and immediately gets cut off. Mrs. Albrecht was the one supposed to answer the call,
Johanka,
but it's the
what's
family's
up?
lawyer on the line.
I was asking around for
Please
you.
listen carefully.
There's
I have a brief but
something
important
we have
statement
to
to
talk
make.
about.
The
Are you
conditions
going
have
to the
set
dance
are
this evening?
unacceptable.
I'd like to
Money
go and
is
have
the
a
only
look,
viable
if I have time
exchange
for it.
the
What?
hostage.
No,
Since
no,
you
I've
demanded
got a
an
dress if
unusually
you
high
know
amount of
what.
ransom money, we had to notify the state central bank. They in turn informed the police, and the press is also aware of the situation. We must act quickly now. Name a drop location and a reasonable amount. You will have our word. You will receive the money and be given enough time by the police to disappear.
Police and the press.
No,
That's the worst case scenario.
So what's the?
Kron rejects and hangs up.
He has. I'm at a.
The Albrecht family and the investigators are startled too. They've spooked the kidnappers and lost their trust.
So
Dale Albrecht's life is still very much on the line. What now?
Then he'll. What?
This is Franz Hengsbach.
What do
He's
you
the
think?
Bishop of Essen,
Oh,
and this is
you
the
go
city's
and
chief of police.
But whatever. And
He desperately needs someone neutral that everyone can trust. The police, the family, and most importantly, the kidnappers. Someone who can be handed 7 million Deutschmarks and promise the kidnappers not to set them up. The plan is to use the Christian seal of confession. According to German criminal law, clergy are not obligated to report crimes they learn about during spiritual counsel.
You know you're hung.
This will hopefully give the kidnappers a bit more assurance. Maybe they really can walk away clean. Which is why Bishop Hengsbach shall handle the money handoff and save Theo Albrecht's life. Hengsbach is a man of faith. Of course he agrees. The kidnappers also agree to the plan. Technically, everything is set for a clean and smooth handover. Technically. The press has known about the case for a while now, and agreed to keep quiet about the police request. But when they find out about the bishop becoming the middleman, they can't resist any longer. It's just too good of a story. The Essen police and prosecutors are forced to call a press conference. The room is packed.
Unser Verhältnis zur Familie ist, möchte ich sagen, aufgrund der merkwürdigen, teilweise sensationell aufgemachten Presseveröffentlichung etwas gestört.
What? Maybe.
They say he's going to carry.
So I heard.
No,
Now
it
it's not
wasn't
just the
his
police
lordship's
anymore.
idea.
The entire
Master
world knows what's
Tobias.
happening.
I
The
don't
bishop has
know.
been compromised.
Maybe
The
he just
kidnappers
wants.
call off the meeting. It's
Listen,
too risky.
without a kid.
The
Sure.
Albrecht family is
I
desperate.
don't want to break
They've
down
lost
a
all
door.
contact with the kidnappers. Will they harm Theo?
Well, I can
Their
give
last
you
hope
what
for
you know what they
communication is
say.
to include a message in a
That's the
popular show on
stupid-
German national TV. Hannah is doing okay,
Hey,
but she's
after
worried
all,
about her
we've
boyfriend.
All right.
He hasn't
you
been
said
sleeping
it.
well and says work has been stressful lately. At least they can unwind in front of the TV.
Guten Abend, meine Damen und Herren. Vor 11 Tagen, am 29. November, haben bisher unbekannte Täter in der Nähe von Essen den Großkaufmann Theo Albrecht entführt. Sie verlangen ein Lösegeld von 7 Millionen Mark und einen Vorsprung von 24 Stunden. Da die Verbindung mit den Tätern in den letzten Stunden zusehends schlechter geworden ist, hat uns die Familie Albrecht gebeten, den Tätern, die diese Sendung heute Abend sicher sehen werden, folgende Nachricht zu übermitteln. Bitte bleiben Sie weiterhin mit dem Vermittler in Verbindung. Dieser wird niemanden über den Übergabeort und Zeit unterrichten. Nach Rückgabe des Entführten soll Theo Albrecht 24 Stunden bei dem Vermittler verbleiben. Dadurch sind Verfolgungsmaßnahmen für diese 24 Stunden ausgeschlossen. Bitte handeln Sie bald.
Business in Germany keeps booming, and Karl Albrecht sets his sights on expansion. In 1967, his branch of the business called Aldi Süd takes its first steps abroad, buying up Austrian supermarket chain Hofer
Fritz
with
and
30
Matt,
shops.
it seemed very.
His brother Theo
That's
follows
funny,
suit
but
6 years
I
later,
better go and
opening the first Aldi Nord store in the Dutch city of Rotterdam. Soon they expand to Belgium and France, conquering Europe one country at a time. But right now, Karl Albrecht has to take a very different kind of call. He's on the phone with one of the men who has kidnapped his brother. and the guy is furious. The ransom drop-off has to happen, now, clean and fast. They settle on a new time and place. The kidnappers agree to let Bishop Hengsbach deliver the money after all. Ulbrecht is to stay with him for 24 hours after the exchange. No police. Any interference could be fatal. Karl Ulbrecht agrees. Back at the office, Kron returns with the good news. The deal is back on. But Ullenberg has other concerns. He knows the police are recording their calls. He's been obsessing over security and telling his accomplice countless times to take precautions.
God
So
be
just
with
to be
you.
sure, he asks
About-
Kron if he really changed his voice.
I think
Kron shrugs, awkwardly. Yeah, kind of. Day 17 of the abduction. Tonight's the night. The handover is finally supposed to happen. Theo Albrecht in exchange for 7 million Deutsche Marks. A lonely dirt road just off the highway. There's an overpass and 2 exit roads close by. Perfect escape conditions. The kidnappers arrive. Albrecht is wearing skin patches over his eyelids,
sitting in a tavern with
sunglasses, and
other
an old hat from
know-it-alls,
Ullenberg.
bemoaning your
He had a
state.
glass of sparkling wine to mark the occasion. Ullenberg even gave Albrecht 2 parting gifts. The 3 step out and wait for over an hour. Is this a setup after all? Finally, a Volkswagen rolls up with Essen plates. The 2 men step out in clerical coats. One of them is unmistakably Bishop Hengsbach. The family fears a double cross. What if this is not the real Theo? What if the kidnappers pass off a decoy and run off with the money? So the bishop has to test him, with 3 questions dictated by Theo's wife. What kind of wood is Albrecht's new bedroom wardrobe made of?
How about
Albrecht
it, Pa?
hesitates.
Well, I
Damn
won't
wardrobe.
keep you.
What was
I
the
had a
name of that
dress
wood
made
again?
for a very fine
He gives
A
his
new
answer,
dress?
but the
Well,
bishop shakes his head.
What is it, Pa?
Wrong.
Look,
The
Teresa.
second question is about an acquaintance they made during vacation. He gets that one
You're-
right.
Don't
and the third
what?
one too.
And he's
Who?
All right.
you could.
Close
Are you
enough.
going to...
It's
This has to
cheap.
be the real Theo
Aye,
Albrecht.
that.
The bishop and his driver get the money from the
But
car.
You-
7 million Deutsche Marks in cash, wrapped like Christmas presents.
All right, Tariq.
Ullenberg and Kron wish them Merry Christmas, hand over the Aldi
Well-
founder, and vanish. No one follows them. They did it. They're now
Pa will
multi-millionaires.
tan my hide for not going to that dance. Oh well.
In Germany's most
I'd better
wanted
see him and
criminals.
face the music.
In welcher Verfassung sind Sie vorgestern entlassen worden?
Also ich bin gesund. Ich bin natürlich sehr, sehr müde. Es hat mich ziemlich strapaziert.
Hatten Sie während der Zeit der Gefangenschaft
We
daran
had
geglaubt,
some
dass dieser
trouble
Fall
with
gut
the
ausgeht?
guards.
What?
Also ich habe die
Are they
Hoffnung
on
nicht
to us?
untergehen lassen.
No, no.
Haben Sie
We
mit
managed to
den Entführern
hide everything
Gespräche
before they
führen
got to
können
us.
über menschliche
They were
Dinge
just
oder
feeling
nur
us
über
out.
Tat?
Ich habe
Good.
praktisch kaum mit
The
den
coin is
Entführern
stashed, as
gesprochen.
always. The
Theo
chief
Albrecht
sends
is a
you
free
his
man.
regards.
17 days after his
Farewell.
abduction, he's finally back. He just keeps doing what he does best, expand his empire. In 1979, he sets his sights on the US market and buys Trader Joe's. Then he enforces the same principles that made Aldi so successful: a limited product range, strong private labels, and aggressive pricing. The formula works.
You old.
Trader Joe's
Aye,
goes from a
the
quirky
dance.
California chain
will you-
into a nationwide cold supermarket with hundreds of locations and billions in revenue. His brother had already opened the
Look.
first US Aldi store 3 years earlier. Theo operates under the banner of his branch, Aldi Nord, and Karl under
Here,
Aldi
chicky,
Süd.
chicky,
They're
chicky.
technically
You back to the
competitors,
horse.
but
Here you
with
are,
different
Bill.
customer
You
bases.
wait.
Fill your beaks.
Today, Aldi is the fastest growing grocery retailer in the US, and the main reason people shop there is the same as ever.
Buy that
Unbeatable
horse.
prices.
God, and...
Aldi doesn't play
Do
pricing
Show
games
me
on
that.
USDA choice beef. They have low prices every day.
With Google Workspace, you can create a Gmail account with your own domain and branding, helping your business look professional in any inbox. That's business email made easy with Google Workspace.
Hannah is waiting for her boyfriend. She's packed his suitcase. He said he was going on vacation. without her. And now he's late. Maybe he's seeing someone else. When he finally gets home, his shoes are soaking and his pants are covered in mud. How would you get your pants that dirty at a downtown office? But Ollenburg can't exactly tell her that he just pulled off a spectacular kidnapping, and that his pants are dirty because he just buried 1.5 million Deutsche Marks in the woods. So he just says nothing. His thoughts are already elsewhere anyway, with his other girlfriend, his one true love, the woman he plans to run away with, all the way to the other side of the world, where they'll use that money to start a new life. But Hannah will soon find out what those dirty pants were really about. Paul Kron is at his sister's
God
house.
be with you, Teresa.
Her husband is there too. They're having coffee and cake, and the TV is on, with sound.
Da handelt es sich zunächst einmal, meine Damen und Herren, um ein Gespräch zwischen einem Familienmitglied und einem der Entführer.
You know what?
As you wish.
Bitte hören Sie einmal zu.
I'm
So
wounded.
it's true.
By all
The
means.
police really did record the phone call
As
between
you
Kron
wish.
and Karl Albrecht. Now the city's district attorney is playing it to the German press. He's hoping to get help from the public, that someone out there will recognize the kidnapper's voice.
Wir können das Geld ja nur hier irgendwo im Kohlenpott in Empfang nehmen.
Ja,
ne?
nein, hören Sie zu.
Und dann, wir können ja schlecht
Herr
mit
Dr.
Ihrem
Meier.
rumfahren.
Herr Dr. Meier,
Ja,
merken Sie denn nicht, dass wir den Bruder haben wollen und bereit sind, das Geld zu geben?
wissen Sie, Ihr Bruder verliert langsam die Nerven.
Ich verstehe
Er
das.
möchte gerne nach Hause.
Ich verstehe
Er
das.
kann nichts anderes tun als schreiben.
Kron's sister instantly recognizes her brother's voice. No doubt about it.
God
He's
be
the
with
only
you,
kidnapper the
Teresa.
entire country is looking for. That's a tough thing to explain over coffee and cake. Kron doesn't even try. He just gets up and leaves. Hannah recognizes the voice too. Ollenburg has invited Kron over for dinner many times. She knows exactly who that is. A small electronics store in Dusseldorf. The shopkeeper turns on the TV just to catch a segment of a show called Here and Today. They're also playing the recording of the Aldi's kidnapper's voice, and it sounds very familiar. Just the day before, a man with that exact voice had come in to pay off his installment plan. He even bought a stereo system for 3,400 Deutsche Marks on top. The shopkeeper calls the police. Before the handoff, investigators had written down the serial numbers of all 500 Deutsche Mark bills in the ransom bundle. 3 of those bills were used in the electronics store. It's a match.
What about those nails, Henry?
Paul Kron
you are.
is
Thanks.
arrested 2 days later.
Just wondering.
But the
I
second
hear you had a...
kidnapper
Nah,
is
a
still
little.
mystery.
No need to...
Well, I
Still
thought
at large.
since he's from the mill too.
Well, you thought wrong. He's a pig.
Peter Spohr is a young
Anyway,
police trainee
mustn't
working toward
keep
his
you.
detective
I'll be on
badge.
my way.
Right now, he's doing an internship with the Essen Criminal Police. This is his mentor, Chief Inspector Friedhelm Meise. They're sitting in a lawyer's office on the 4th floor of the Graf Adolf Street 45. It's run by the lawyer representing Paul Kron. It's not exactly a hot lead for the 2 policemen. The more exciting assignments had already been snatched up by others. There's a pub downstairs on the ground floor of the building. Good cops think strategically. So first a beer, and then a plan. Theo Albrecht never knew where exactly he had been held, but he told the police every detail he could remember. An elevator in the stairwell, a narrow bathroom with a double sink and a broken extractor fan, the sound of streetcars passing by, and a bell chiming at regular intervals. The policemen see a streetcar passing by outside the lawyer's office. Then they hear the church bell of a nearby coven, just like in Albrecht's description. They peek into the building stairwell. Bingo, an elevator. So they check out the construction plan from the city's building department. The bathroom is long and narrow. They get a warrant to search the office. Everything inside exactly matches Albrecht's memories. Meanwhile, Kron starts to crack.
Paul Kron hat gesungen. Er bezichtigt Heinz-Joachim Ollenburg als Haupttäter der Entführung, der ihn mit 10.000 Mark abgespeist hat. Doch der Vogel ist ausgeflogen.
Samuel. Oh my God. I hope he's
This
safe.
is Blondie, a 19-year-old
I've got
legal
to find
assistant.
him.
She's waiting for her boyfriend at Wuppertal Central Station. She hasn't seen him in weeks, but he promised her something big. A luxury vacation in Mexico to celebrate that she successfully passed her training. 2 full weeks. Heinz-Joachim Ollenburg is on the run. He knows the cops have already picked up Kron. It's only a matter of time before they find out that he's the second Aldi kidnapper. Ollenburg and Blondie have known each other for over a year. When she spent a few months working from the US, he started killing time with Hannah, but his heart always belonged to Blondie. They're madly in love with each other. Now they're on their way to Frankfurt Airport. Back in Essen, Hannah has no idea. She's alone at home when suddenly the police is at her door. They're looking for Ollenburg. They seize this photo. It will become the official manhunt photo. Once they realize Ollenburg has left the country, the case goes global. The picture is sent to Interpol and investigators in over 100 countries. Ollenburg is now one of the most wanted men on the planet. And Hannah finally learns the truth, that her charming lover owes her over 300,000 marks, that he kidnapped the founder of Aldi, locked him up in his office, and then came home to her every night as if nothing happened, all while secretly planning his escape, with a girl from Wuppertal who's been sleeping with all this time. Shortly after, Hannah walks into a police station and hands them her boyfriend's dirty pants. Maybe there's something on them that will help them bring him down.
Performing on the biggest stage in the world was just one step
I must
in my
get to the
journey.
mines.
Hi, I'm Ronnie, and I teach people all over the world how to dance with their dogs on my website. I was searching for a platform where I can really manage my business, and I found that in Weeks. I'm so passionate about dogs and dog dance. It's the most amazing sport in the world, and the fact that in such a short time I was able to build my own business and reach so many people, that's something that makes me super proud.
A luxury hotel in Mexico City. Ollenburg and Blondie have spent a quiet first night together. Now he's supposed to plan their next days. But deep down, he's thinking about something else. He could tell Blondie everything, the whole story. They could run, first to Cuba, a country that surely doesn't extradite to Germany, and then disappear to some remote Pacific island. But would Blondie really leave everything behind for him? Her whole life, her family. It's 12 a.m. now, and Blondie is
Go and
waiting
tell
for
the
her
others.
boyfriend
We'll
in
set
the
off in
hotel
a-
lobby.
We should
barricade the
She's coming off
passage
a travel
behind us,
meeting.
in
He
case
said he'd
any
freshen
of
up
those-
for
Yeah.
lunch and meet her
Do-
downstairs.
Teresa,
but he doesn't show up. Turns out her boyfriend has just been arrested by agents of the Mexican Federal Police. Paul Cron has thrown him under the
Teresa.
bus.
Samuel, when I
Blondie
saw
is stunned, unable to process what's happening. But all
Teresa.
signs point to a shocking
Teresa.
truth.
I'm here with
Her boyfriend is the mastermind behind the spectacular kidnapping of Theo Albrecht, the crime that's been dominating headlines
It's
in Germany
your
for
guardian.
weeks.
How did it happen?
So much for a
It
vacation.
was one of them.
They're on
It
the
was
flight
so
back to Europe when she
damn-
confesses
There
her
now,
love.
Sammy.
She'll wait for
It's
him
all
even
right
if he
now.
ends up going to jail.
You got away
Erst am
from them.
1. Januar
Yeah.
1972 kehrt er aus
Bastard.
Mexiko abgeschoben, mehr oder weniger
We're more
freiwillig
interested
zurück,
in
mit seiner Begleiterin.
the silver.
Ollenburg hat heute
What
Mittag ein Geständnis abgelegt.
They
Was
don't-
fehlt, sind die
War
7
all the
Millionen
time,
Lösegeld.
and now
Heinz Joachim
I'm not
Ollenburg is sentenced to
They
8.5 years
killed
in
them.
prison.
his job
Yeah.
with Mark.
Li- Sammy,
You've been
and I,
No.
the others.
Aldi stands for a promise. We'll do everything we can to make sure you pay as little as possible. For millions of people living
Which
from
way do you
paycheck
want
to
to go?
paycheck
But
around the globe,
Sammy?
that promise
Teresa,
is a lifeline.
He's a
At
tough
Aldi,
one.
they're able
I
to
can't
afford things
deny.
they otherwise couldn't.
But we'll have to be quick.
But that promise
Matthew,
comes at a
it's
cost.
you.
Workers operate under enormous pressure.
Then you
because in
go.
Aldi stores, every
It's-
second counts. According to one report, cashiers are expected to scan 55 items per minute. Customers can barely keep up with bagging. Low prices means high pressure, not just for staff, but also for manufacturers, suppliers, and farmers. If you want to work with Aldi, you have to deliver. Aldi and other discounters wield staggering market power. They can just raise food prices without passing profits down the supply chain to producers and farmers. Farming businesses in particular have long been criticizing unfair business practices. Many say they're at the mercy of the retailer's whims. Theo Albrecht's brilliant and often brutal methods made him one of the richest people on earth. He ranked 31st on the corresponding Forbes list by the time he died. The kidnapping left a mark, though. Albrecht pretty much disappeared from the public after that. He really did try to write off the ransom as a business expense. The tax office in Dusseldorf declined. Half of the ransom money has never been recovered. Kron claimed he only ever got 10,000 marks. Ollenburg also played dumb, but some believe he lived off the rest of the ransom after having served his time. Whether Blondie really waited for him all those years, we may never know.
These bandages are soaked through
September
with blood.
26, 2022, just
I'll have to
before
change
8
them.
p.m. A sailing
And I
ship
should get
is
something to
drifting
heal the
gently in
wounds.
Baltic Sea.
Some marigold,
The
at
captain is
least,
getting
so the
ready for
wounds
the
don't
night.
get infected.
He checks
And
his
water for
radar
cleaning.
and sees two red bullets
Matthew said
flashing
there
on the
should
screen.
be some in the mine
He
somewhere.
stares out into the darkness. Nothing. So he radios a nearby ship. Their crew reports something strange. Giant whirlpools in the water. When his ship approaches the spot, the captain is hit by a sharp and sour smell. Gas. He immediately notifies the Swedish authorities. They confirm his suspicion. There's an underwater leak. Tons of natural gas are flowing uncontrollably into the Baltic Sea. Nord Stream 1 and 2 are a twin set of undersea gas pipelines running from Russia to Europe, the longest in the world. And they've been hit. 4 separate explosions at 2 different locations roughly 50 miles apart. It soon becomes clear that this was not an accident. It was an attack. One of the largest acts of sabotage in history. A violent act that triggered the largest methane leak ever recorded and threatened the energy supply of Europe's largest economy. Enormous teams of journalists raced to
I can't see a
uncover
thing
who
in
did
this
this
darkness.
and why, while
I could tell Tinker to
authorities stay
seek.
suspiciously
That would be
quiet.
faster.
Out of the fog of war, an unbelievable story begins to take shape. One of conflicting intelligence, possible false flag operations, and a scramble for evidence amid Europe's largest armed conflict since World War II. A story of speed camera photo clues, an aging yacht traces
Square kilometer in the Baltic Sea. Boiling cauldron. The busy Baltic Sea bursting with gas from ruptured Russian Nord Stream reinforced pipelines.
One of the investigators told me that this case is by far the most relevant, political sensitive and important case in the history of the Federal Republic
There
of
are
Germany.
no shortage of theories about who or what was behind the blast.
These are Nord Stream 1 and 2, the 2 largest underwater pipelines in the world. Total cost about 17 billion euros. They stretch across the Baltic Sea, running straight from Russia to Germany. Back in September 2005, Vladimir Putin and then Chancellor of Germany Gerhard Schröder shake hands on the deal to build the first pipeline. It's Schröder's last big move before leaving office. Just weeks after losing re-election, Schröder lands himself a new gig as chairman of Nord Stream AG. He becomes the top lobbyist for Russian energy giant Gazprom.
Wir brauchen dieses Gas und es ist das kostengünstigste, das wir bekommen können. Und jeder, der sich mit Energiepolitik beschäftigt, weiß das auch.
His successor Merkel keeps pushing the project forward. By 2011, cheap Russian natural gas is flowing straight into Germany. Russia is making roughly 10 billion euros a year. Economically, Nord Stream 1 is a huge success for both countries. Soon enough, Russia is supplying nearly half of Germany's natural gas, and talks for a second pipeline are already underway. But outside Germany, Nord Stream sparks some serious backlash. The US warns the project could give Russia dangerous leverage, turning gas into a geopolitical weapon. And the European Union also wants to reduce its dependence on Russian gas. Eastern European countries are pushing back especially hard. Until now, Russia's only way to get gas into Europe was through Ukraine, Poland, and the Baltics, paying hefty transit fees along the way. The Nord Stream pipelines allow Russia to go around these countries. Some military analysts think Putin might have invaded Ukraine much sooner, but he still needed his gas pipelines that run through Ukrainian territory. Either way, Berlin remains undeterred by the criticism. Russia has already illegally annexed Crimea when Germany signs off on the second pipeline. In late 2021, Nord Stream 2 is ready to go. But when Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine becomes imminent, Germany pulls the plug on Nord Stream 2. A few months later, Putin cuts off gas through Nord Stream 1. Both pipelines stay loaded with gas though, ready to reopen at any moment. And then, in September 2022, this happens. So, who's behind it? This could just as well be the plot of a gripping whodunit. Some stories and images are so striking they end up decorating our walls. But let's be real, traditional posters tend to be like Russian pipelines. They rip. Displate is different. They offer high-quality metal prints, bold, durable, and easy to set up. You just stick a magnet to your wall, snap the artwork on, and it's done. No tools, no holes, no hassle. You can choose from over 2 million beautiful designs, from abstract landscapes to officially licensed stuff. Think iconic worlds and franchises like Star Wars, The Witcher, or Cyberpunk 2077, a personal favorite we actually got on our walls. The new Textra series looks especially good with those raised textures and 3D contours. Check out these incredible NASA designs, for example. If you ever feel like switching things up, they swap out in seconds. And now's the time to get yours. Displate is turning 12 and they're throwing their biggest sale of the year. 33% off 1 to 2 displates, 37% off 3, and 42% off 4 or more. Every order comes with surprise gifts, and yes, the discount works on Textra too. Just use the code FERN or click the link in the description. Displate.com/@Fern.
Your favorite movies are on YouTube. Enjoy the latest releases.
You're my family.
Your house is really nice.
I know, right?
Be careful. I will.
Having any fun yet?
He knows the best way to get to me.
Get MGM Plus, Paramount Plus, HBO Max, and more. Find your favorite movies and TV on YouTube.
The Baltic Sea is one of the most closely monitored bodies of water in the world. Larger ships have to constantly share their GPS location. And the kind of explosives you'd need to take out 2 pipelines at once is extremely hard to come by. Investigators soon agree. Whoever pulled this off had access to serious resources. This must have been a state actor. The first prime suspect is Russia.
Was wir aber sehr klar sagen können, ist, wer ein Interesse daran hat, dass das zerstört wird. Und da komme ich über kurz oder lang immer wieder auf Russland, weil es um Unsicherheit geht, um steigende Energiepreise.
There's also a possible financial motive. Russian state-owned energy giant Gazprom faced massive damage claims after cutting off gas supplies in summer 2022. Blowing up the pipelines could give them a legal excuse to duck out of those contracts. This is Holger Stark, the deputy editor-in-chief at German weekly newspaper Die Zeit. He has spent months digging into the case.
When I first heard about the explosions, I immediately thought it must be the Russians. It just fits their classic pattern of obstruction, of sabotage, of provocation, and to me, it just made perfect sense.
And initially, the suspicion seems to hold up. 4 days before the explosion, a Danish naval vessel patrols near the island of Bornholm. It spots 6 Russian ships, right where the pipelines will be blown apart 4 days later. They're dark ships, meaning their AIS transponders are switched off and they're not broadcasting their location. One of them is the SS-750, a 100-yard special ops vessel designed for underwater missions. On board, a mini submarine equipped with cranes for heavy-duty lifting. Exactly the kind of setup you'd need to plant explosives on a pipeline. 3 months earlier, 2 other Russian military vessels have been spotted dark shipping the very same waters, right around the future blast site. What exactly were they doing there? Around the same time, suspicion also turns toward the United States. Just weeks before Russia invaded Ukraine, President Biden and German Chancellor Scholz held a joint press conference.
If Russia invades, there will be no longer a Nord Stream 2. We will bring an end to it.
6 months later, both pipelines explode. That's when Seymour Hersh steps in, a Pulitzer Prize-winning investigative journalist known for uncovering major scandals, but also for spreading highly controversial theories. He claims that US Navy divers planted the explosives on the pipelines during a NATO exercise in summer 2022. He also says they got help from a Norwegian Navy minesweeper and surveillance aircraft. The alleged motive? To push Russian gas out of the European market and make room for American liquefied natural gas. Norway is another key supplier and would benefit too. But Hersh's story quickly comes under fire. The flight data recordings from Norway do not match his timeline, and the ships he mentions haven't even been near their site.
My impression is that Cy Hirsch had just one source, an old source from the world of intelligence, someone who picked up fragments of a story and then filled in the rest. Hirsch admits that he had only this one source and that this source didn't witness anything firsthand, and to me, that's already a red flag.
Hirsch is 88 by now. In recent years, he has been repeatedly criticized for relying on thin sources and pushing shaky claims.
Wait.
He no longer comments publicly on his Nord Stream story. The strongest lead points to neither Russia nor the United States. Shortly after the explosion, Holger Stark gets a crucial tip-off from a well-connected source inside the intelligence community.
So I called someone I've known for a long time and asked, was it Russia? He just looked at me and, with a very long and quiet and doubtful look, he slowly shook his head.
After the explosions, German authorities immediately launch an investigation. The Federal Prosecutor's Office picks up the case. The case is so politically sensitive that several major media outlets start joining forces. You'll find the links to their impressive research in the description. Julia Klaus is an investigative journalist at public German TV broadcaster ZDF. She is part of one of the extensive research teams. She tells us that despite the heavy secrecy, they were able to get their hands on one crucial piece of information.
So we picked up that the Andromeda yacht may have played a role in the operation.
The Andromeda is a small German sailing yacht just over 15 yards long. But could such a small boat be used to pull off such a sophisticated military-grade underwater demolition? It does have one major advantage. It's discreet. And unlike larger ships, it doesn't have to broadcast its position. The journalists uncovered that the Andromeda was chartered between August 27 and September 24 from a German boat rental company called Mola
Do you think
Yachting.
anyone survived in the
The
village?
total rent of 11,900
Maybe at the
euros
castle.
was wired by a Polish travel agency. They submitted 2 passport copies, one Bulgarian, one Romanian. The name on the Romanian ID was Stefan Marcu. Marcu lives in Moldova, a small landlocked country in Eastern Europe.
Tinka, heel!
Julia Klaus and
What
her
is it?
team get
Did
on a
you find
train
something,
and
boy?
pay him a visit.
We were sitting in his garden, and when we showed him the passport number, he immediately recognized it. He said it matched his old passport, which had long been expired. But he had no idea how his personal data ended up in connection with the Nord Stream bombing.
The passport was fake, just like the Bulgarian one issued to a man named Mikhail Popov. Another team of journalists head out to Wieg harbor on the German Baltic island of Rügen, where the Andromeda crew has last been seen. They speak to the harbor master, who remembers seeing them. They talk to other witnesses and even rent the Andromeda themselves. Step by step, they are able to piece together the route the boat most likely took. Meanwhile, Stark and his team follow up on another lead, the Polish travel agency who paid for the yacht. It turns out to be a shell company.
Behind that shell company, we found a Ukrainian businessman, someone who was operating in the gray zones of the underground economy in Kiev. He clearly was being used, obviously as a favor to someone higher up in the chain of command. Charter that boat, pay the bill.
I know.
I wanted to go.
In March 2023, Stark and his research team published their
It's
findings.
pretty.
The timing is delicate. The German public
I reckon
is
I
locked
can
in a
manage to
heated
get up
debate.
now.
Should the country send tanks to support
I'll-
Ukraine? And now reports suggest that Ukrainians may have attacked a German-Russian energy pipeline. That's politically explosive news. There's also speculation that the Andromeda lead might be a trap, a false flag, something deliberately planned by Russia to confuse the public and stir political doubt.
I'll manage
in
it from
Germany.
here. But
But behind
which way
closed
should I
doors,
go?
senior officials
to
already
Tombeck,
know who
like
they
the
should
other.
be
Or,
looking
but
at.
what are you?
I'll
German
go to-
authorities
If you're not
have been
afraid to go
zeroing
there,
in on a
you
group
could
that
look around the
likely
small
pulled the
holdings. People
strings.
took cover wherever they could when the raid started. May God watch over
June
you, Teresa.
2022, 3 months before the Nord Stream blast. The German Foreign Intelligence Service BND receives a top-secret report. It's from the Dutch Military Intelligence Service MIVD. They say they've been tipped off about an imminent sabotage operation targeting Nord Stream 1. The suspected culprits, a Ukrainian special forces unit traveling with fake passports and a rented boat. The attack is set to be scheduled for June 19. That's only a few days away. Shortly after, another warning comes in from the CIA. They too have been alerted by the Dutch. But June 19 comes around and nothing happens. The warnings are written off as false alarms. No one notifies the German Federal Police, or the German Navy, or counterterrorism task forces. 3 months later, the pipelines do get hit. Almost exactly the way the Dutch report had predicted. So right away, investigators turn their attention toward Ukraine. January 2023, 4 months after the explosions. On board the Andromeda, investigators find compromising material. DNA, fingerprints, a water bottle, and a single barefoot shoe. And on a table and in the toilet, traces of a powerful underwater explosive called HMX, also known as Octogen. That's the exact same compound found at the Nord Stream blast sites. At this point, the investigators are sure. This boat was part of the secret sabotage operation. But who did it? Then comes the key piece of evidence, a photo. It's early morning. A van speeds down a rural road. The driver has been hired to take a group of Ukrainians to the port. He has no idea who they really are, but he carries their diving gear in the back. He is going fast. Too fast. The speed camera photo shows a white Citroen Space Tourer with Ukrainian license plates. Next to the driver sits an unidentified passenger. Investigators track down the clueless driver. He confirms the identity of the passenger, a Ukrainian national named Volodymyr Z. Bingo. The grainy snapshot marks a turning point. In June 2024, German investigators issue a European arrest warrant for him. Over time, more and more connections start pointing towards Ukraine. Investigators manage to fully identify the alleged Andromeda crew. Journalists even speak with a Ukrainian informant who claims he helped them plan the attack. Today, authorities have a fairly clear picture of what most likely happened.
That's, I don't know what to...
You don't have to say.
Thank you.
It helped to talk. I'm glad you...
Yeah.
By the way, Henry, I have something for you. The soldiers gave it. It belonged to one of the Skalitz.
Oh? How come?
It's a
Spring
shield with the Skalitz
2022.
crest.
A rented
I'd like you
office
to
in
have it.
Kiev,
Sure.
Ukraine. Inside is a small commando team,
Look at-
allegedly led by a man named Roman Chervinsky.
Ah,
He appears to be a
When we
legend in
counted you
Ukrainian
here.
intelligence circles. Several members
won't
of his
starve.
unit have also trained with the
What-
CIA.
how's that?
Every
Their
time. And it didn't
specialty,
I could have a
covert
w-
ops and sabotage.
Does he...
They are
Ah,
Ukrainian patriots.
spoiled then.
And after
No,
Russia's full-scale
he
attack
just
on their
hasn't
country,
learned many
they're
commands.
eager to strike back.
But he's well able to beg
Hard.
for a piece of meat.
They
How long has
choose
he
to
been with
target
you?
the Nord Stream
More or
pipelines,
less since we
a
came. He runs
symbol of
off now and
Russian power
again,
that's been
but he
pumping
always comes
billions
back.
into Putin's
Sometimes I
war
don't
chest.
see him all day. I think
They
he
need
likes.
trained
So he's
divers
doing
to
quite-
pull
Yeah,
off such a
I'd
deep-water
keep him, but
operation.
I don't want to think
They
about
shortlist
Skalitz.
20 candidates
So-
and end up picking
Me?
4.
I'm sure
All
that he's a handsome fella and.
Two
But
soldiers
we never had a
completed
dog at the smithy.
a motley crew of
Come
6
on.
Ukrainians who barely know each other.
Thank God he's sniffing.
September 8, 2022. It's late morning at Wiek Harbor on Rügen Island. A sail yacht pulls into the dock behind the harbor office. It's hailing straight from Rostock, where it was chartered 2 days ago by the small crew, posing as tourists. But they're not here for a sailing trip. They've come to carry out one of the most brazen acts of sabotage in history. Introducing Volodymyr Z, a heating engineer in his mid-40s who lives in Poland. He's also a scuba instructor specialized in deep diving expeditions. Next up is Daria Kormankova, at least that's her cover name. Early 40s, petite, brown hair. She and her husband run a small diving school in Ukraine. Volodymyr Z used to work for them as a scuba instructor. Then there's Daria's husband, codenamed Folgat, another experienced deep-sea diver. Pale, boyish, thinning hair. The fourth member is the commander, codenamed Rubik, Seasoned combat soldier, built like a tank, and a capable diver himself. He's the mission lead aboard Andromeda. He stays in constant contact with Kiev via 16 burner phones and a stash of prepaid SIMs. The fifth one is the captain, an active duty soldier. Grumpy, hostile, broad frame. The witness will later describe him as a guy who's had one too many hamburgers. The sixth one is the assistant, short, middle-aged. The group gets to work right away. A harbor worker watches them from a distance. They're unloading grocery bags from a van, carrying them to the boat across the parking lot. Each walk is about 100 yards. The assistant is standing next to an unusual amount of compressed air cylinders. The harbor master walks over. You guys need a hand? You can pull the van closer if you want. The assistant shakes his head. We're good. The harbor master doesn't know that these cylinders are not for diving. Each one of them is packed with up to 35 kilos of HMX explosive.
I see you're
This
ready
would
to
be
get
the
go-
last
I'm
real
Nightingale.
chance to stop them.
So-
It passes.
well, are you?
That's not
Shortly
much.
after,
So
the
how did you
Andromeda
end up in...
casts off. Operation
I wanted-
Diameter
Come with
is
me, Henry.
underway.
I'm ready.
Don't forget, I'm supposed to try you out.
Here's
And
the
with
path
the...
both Nord Stream pipelines take. Nord Stream 1
This
and
is
the
our
recently
church,
completed
St.
Nord Stream
Matthew's.
2. From Rügen, the Andromeda makes its way to Bornholm and docks again on the small Danish island of Christiansø. Out on the open water, the crew
It serves
starts
not only as
assessing
the house of God,
situation.
but as the crypt of the
The
Lords
boat
of
is
Lipa.
past its prime. The wood creaks with every turn. The walls are scuffed and the autopilot's broken. The 75 horsepower diesel engine rattles like an old farm tractor. It's quiet out here on the Baltic Sea. They only pass a few ships, and no one really pays attention to a small sailboat bobbing on the waves. The crew uses sonar technology to echolocate the pipelines. They probably conduct multiple expedition dives, but progress is slow. They can only do one
The
dive
gravedigger
per day.
lives right round the
By
corner.
the end of the
The
second
priest,
week
too.
of September,
Our
the
parish
storm
priest.
rolls in.
Ah, a man
Winds
shouldn't
of
speak
20
ill about
knots
servants
whip
of the
across
Lord.
The sea and the waves climb up to nearly 7 feet. The Andromeda takes
This
shelter
is our
in a
rat
small
house.
harbor in Sandhamn,
Pretty big,
Sweden.
The bailiff and his hands live there, and our maestro
few days
protonotarius.
The
the
sky is
scribe.
clear, and the wind dies
And the
down.
jailhouse.
The waves
You
are
don't
still
want to see
rocking
the
boat,
inside,
and most
not
of the
even as a
crew have
guard.
fallen seasick.
Naturally, we have an
Conditions
executioner
are
too,
very
but
poor
he doesn't live in
enough to die.
town. That wouldn't be
Nowhere.
proper,
Our
as I'm
house,
sure
as the
you know.
crew awaits
He lives by
intention.
Gallows Hill, the other side
Then,
of the creek.
finally, a signal.
This pillory
They
was brand
found
new
the
in
pipeline.
autumn, and two
About
people have
80
already
yards
been
below,
rotting on it.
directly beneath the
The
Andromeda.
swordsmith lives here.
It's go time. Now or never. They lower a weighted rope into the water. About a minute later, it hits the seabed. A plastic canister wrapped in a trash bag.
What the
bobbs
hell
on
is going on
surface
here
as a
now?
makeshift
Go and
buoy.
check it out,
It's
Henry.
marking the spot
Go
so
back
they
to-
don't drift off. Two divers
What are you two
strap on their
scream-
scuba
About
tanks.
time you- this
Then they
filthy
grab a
beggar
separate
thinks.
tank filled with
My
high-powered
name is Jane.
explosives. They carefully slip off the stern and attach the
What?
tank to the rope. One last check
Must-
and they
Yes.
disappear.
Why?
Following the rope down into the dark.
Have you any...
Is that true?
This is
Might
the
be.
pipeline,
Did you get any
260
Yes.
feet
from the
below
armourer?
surface.
I don't know.
That's
It's
true.
cold
What would
and
you-
dark. The pressure
We're
on
both
the
go-
human
And
body
what
down
then?
here
Then
is
Jane
about 9
King's-
times higher than
God,
at sea level. Two beams of light cut through the darkness. They only have about 15 minutes on the seabed. To plant the bomb, they need to locate a connection joint along the pipeline. Their headlights can only illuminate 6 to 7 feet ahead of them. After a bit, they find a seam. They place a silicone
Your old
pad
neighbours are
between the
living
bomb
here
and the
now.
pipe to
It's a bit of a
amplify the
shithole.
blast.
Even
Done.
so, you should be
All
thankful
set.
to Sir Hanush.
At
If the
this
town
depth,
burghers got their way,
standard
your
scuba
folk
gear
wouldn't be
won't
let
cut
anywhere
it.
near the
The
town.
divers are most likely using advanced equipment, rebreathers, multiple tanks, and trimix breathing gases. To avoid decompression sickness, they need to ascend slowly, with several stops along the way. The whole process takes at least 40 minutes. The Andromeda has kept moving during the dive to avoid suspicion. Now the ship returns to the makeshift buoy. The crew is relieved. They carry out multiple additional dives over the course of several days. They plant at least 6 bombs across the 2 pipelines. Each charge is fitted with a timer, set to go off on September 26. On the morning of September 23rd, the Andromeda is spotted drifting at Rostock Harbor. The staff from Mola Yachting arrive to check in the rental boat, but find it empty. the crew is already gone.
Unexplained leaks in two major pipelines from Russia into Europe have become a major cause of concern for the European Union.
Denmark, Poland and Sweden say they believe leaks in two major Russian gas pipelines to Europe are the result of sabotage.
Tonight, sabotage at sea. That's what President Biden is calling the leaks and explosions along the Nord Stream pipeline.
3 days later, the saboteurs can watch the outcome of their mission live on TV. It worked. Except for one detail. One of the two lines of Nord Stream 2 remains intact. The crew accidentally hit the first line twice. June 2024. Polish authorities receive a European arrest warrant for Volodymyr Z by Germany's Federal Prosecutor's Office. Inside, they find the suspect's listed address in a residential suburb of Warsaw. Following EU law, Polish prosecutors are expected to act on such a warrant and detain the suspect. No questions asked. But apparently, the Poles do nothing.
It's very likely the Poles who tipped off the Ukrainian diver and also the Ukrainian
Now our
government
people aren't
in
too
order to
happy
get
with him.
out of the
Some
country
fools
in
are
time
even calling
before
for
he could be
Sahanush to
arrested
finally
and
hand the
put on
fiefdom over to
trial.
the young lord, Sir Hans
On the morning
Capon.
of July 6, at
Sir
exactly
Hans's
6:20
father,
a.m.,
old Sir
the
Yeshke,
BMW
may God
with
rest his
Ukrainian
soul,
diplomatic
kept it
plates
till he was an
crosses
old
the Polish
man.
border into
Then he
Ukraine.
retired from it, first to Moravia, then to eternity. Sir Hanush is managing the fiefdom until Sir Hans comes of age. They're related by blood somehow, the same great-great-grandfather or some such. The time's coming soon enough when the estates have to be handed over. These affairs often end in conflict. I hope we have nothing like that here.
Has vanished ever since. And for now, no arrest warrants have been issued for the rest of the crew, due to a lack of evidence. To this day, it is not definitely proven who was behind the Nord Stream attack. All suspects deny any involvement. That said, there's a growing body of evidence pointing toward the Andromeda theory. The yacht, the forged documents, the diving gear, the witness testimonies, the DNA. It all paints a compelling picture. There are credible indications that the former commander-in-chief of Ukraine's armed forces approved the plan. Still, nothing is off the table. Some experts haven't ruled out the possibility that the Andromeda may have been part of a more elaborate deception or false flag operation by Russia or the US. But many experts do believe the attack was likely carried out by Ukrainian patriots. Whether it happened with the government's blessing is up for debate.
You could argue that the Ukrainian state wouldn't want to provoke a key weapon supplier like Germany and risk losing critical military support.
The alleged attackers must have seen the pipelines as an immediate threat to Ukraine, as a tool of Russian leverage and thus a legitimate target. Today, no Russian gas flows through Nord Stream 1 or 2. Germany has managed to break free of its dependence faster than expected. Nord Stream was the most expensive, most ambitious, and most controversial underwater pipeline project the world has ever seen. Now, both pipelines sit idle, partially destroyed, deep beneath the Baltic Sea. Since March 2025, there's been talk of bringing Nord Stream 2 back online. A US investor has reportedly expressed
This square
interest
here,
in buying
it looks
and
much
repairing
better
the
during the
pipeline.
markets.
But no one
Then
knows
it's filled
just
to
how
bursting with
realistic
folk
that
from all
is,
around.
or how Germany and the rest of Europe might respond.
What it do, flight crew? FTC. Flight T stand up! NFL is officially back! NFL is officially back! The New England Patriots...
We've also got the baker's shop here, and that mad merchant Wolfram Pruder. Pruder has a pretty daughter, but he keeps her on a short rein. which the young bucks are none too happy about. I heard he even keeps the poor lass locked up at home all day.
Favorite NFL team in his week 1. You were not allowed to bandwagon after week 1, man.
How's your husband? Look here. See that filthy beggar? By Christ, I'll show the bastard.
Or new players on our team. Without further ado, let's check it out. NFL is back. Let's get it.
Comfortable, are we?
Please, sir.
Who do you take me for? Are you stupid or just insolent?
Well, what's the matter?
Stupid, then. There's no begging allowed here, so pick up your stinking arse and haul it somewhere else.
Who am I bothering here?
Me. Us. Everyone. If Sir Hanu saw you here, he'd take a whip to you.
All right, I'm going.
Damn beggars. You offer them a helping hand, and they want the whole arm. It's not like the rules aren't clear. Beggars belong at the church. There's one alehouse here on the market square, the Traders Tavern. The other's up by the gate. We'll be going there later.
Geno Smith launching it. Come on, bro. Y'all gotta tighten up back there on defense, dude.
26 yards.
Come on, man.
Let's move along to the inner Bailey.
From Smith. Put everybody on the line of scrimmage, and then they're going to drop back. They protect it beautifully, and that gives Geno Smith.
Bro, y'all sent 7-man blitz, bro. Not one of them just touched the quarterback.
In the slot, run right by.
This defensive back there, you need to get your speed up, bro.
The Raiders showed from the offensive line to quarterback and receiver, they were on point, and it ended up in a touchdown. Gibson.
I thought he was going to break that. Good run. All right, let's see what Drake May talking about. Steph Diggs, the Henderson dude.
Here's the forge. The blacksmith has some trouble and he's not working at the moment, but his apprentice is standing in for him tolerably. I hear you're a blacksmith's apprentice too. You lot could help if needed, couldn't you?
Us? What do you mean?
You and your master, or your father, whoever taught you.
They...
What is it, lad?
My father was the master blacksmith. He was killed in Skalitz.
Ah, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Thank you. So am I.
My papa died not long ago. Of course, it was old age got him. That's not the same, but I know a little how you feel.
Yo, come on, man. Get a stop, bro.
Very smart, knows where to go with the ball, and has all the talent to make the throws. Again, all day to throw for Smith.
Intercepted! Let's get it! Great defense. Come on, let's capitalize. Beautiful.
On second and 11 May, back to the air.
Right to 85. That's the Henry dude. Let's go. What number is Steph Diggs? He's 1, right?
Make it quick.
Third different head coaching staff regime that Graham is coaching for.
We got stirred.
After control of this Raiders defense.
I know.
Good pass.
Don't talk to me.
God bless. The 22 in the preseason, and once he starts to get up to speed, not only in the run game, but out of the backfield as well.
Pass. Nice. Number 81.
But he makes the catch. Didn't play at all in the preseason, taking his first steps.
You always wondered why that app didn't exist. Now you can make it. Meet Replit Agent. Want a custom workout plan? Make an app for that. Have a great idea at 2 a.m.? Make an app for that.
I'll be with you.
Need to run an analysis?
What?
Or learn with your kids? Make an app for that too.
How? Have you? Don't talk to me about that fucking rabble. Soldier was saying in the alehouse that barbarians impale people on spikes, rape women. They owe nothing.
No coding experience, right from your phone.
I've got
made an awesome app.
Farewell.
Share it with a friend. Have a business idea? Start in minutes. Everything you need is in your hands. Now is the perfect time. Create something amazing. What will you make today? Try it free at Replit.com.
With his new team,
Who's that? Douglas dude. Let's get it! First touchdown of the year! Touchdown Patriots! Tired of staying up. Bro, I'm trying to figure out what number is Steph Diggs. Is he even playing?
Drake May putting this ball where only Douglas.
That's a good ass throw. That's a Pro Bowl throw.
Officials
Mind you, Douglas is like 5'6" too.
Clearly inbounds. Touchdown, New England. What does Chip Kelly dial up on 3rd and 7? Here comes New England on the blitz.
Get down to the ground. Nice. Just got a pick and got a sack. I like those.
First half. End of the first quarter, but he is now back onto the field for the Patriots.
Launching it. Nice.
Nice little back shoulder throw completes. Booty with another catch as we check in with Aditi.
He said it's a formula that works, and he also said he feels like this team
Third
is
and 1. Let me guess. Quarterback sneak. Oh no, that's the Henderson dude. What's the flag talking about?
There is a flag thrown back at the line of scrimmage, so we'll check the
May the
marker
Lord watch
here.
over you.
15-yard run and a first down if it stands. 4:77,
Good job.
2nd and 7 for
Keep
the
moving the
Patriots.
chains.
May from the gun. Off the seam.
Oh! He caught that!
I thought bad.
Nigga, I thought that was a drop. That's a good catch. Hey, May 7 of 12, 102 and a touchdown so far. Second quarter.
May over the middle, boy. Booty.
Hey, May, keep passing the ball good. Keep passing the ball great. I likes this.
Would be about a 40-yard field goal from here.
Come on, stop dancing to that back
Trying to
bro.
make the first guy
Too much dancing.
Excellent pursuit by the Raiders.
Bro, I haven't seen Diggs at all yet. Come on, man.
This one is
Come on, man. Y'all might as well have gone for it, bro. I would have made that in my sleep.
Smith from the gun, quick delivery,
Nice.
batted down, well played.
What's that
by
flag talking
Austin.
about?
There is a penalty flag thrown far side of the field. Bauer's the intended target from the 21. Raiders coming, Patriots pick it up. Mays
Good
passes.
pass.
What a half Kayshon Boutte is putting together for the Patriots. A pickup of 22. Lining up inside.
Steph Diggs is number 8, I think I seen on the thing.
Fires, completes. It is
Is that Diggs? It's number 8.
Well, he is wrapped up short of the first down.
Man, go for that shit, man. Come on. Field goes up. And it is good. You got the lead, nigga.
The Rattay fiefdom is pretty big. Naturally, it starts here by the town and continues along the Sasau River all the way to Kohelnitz. Then there's Gallows Hill, lots of farmhouses scattered around. Neuhoff, Merhoyed. Master Smill is in charge of Sir Hanush's stables. He's by far his best vassal. It's all a bit complicated for a newcomer, I suppose. This lord here, that lord there, this exemption here, that right there. Exemptions from exemptions, rights to half of something, so on. It'd take you a year to make head or tail of it. This tower was only half the size when I was a young lad. Sir Hanush had it extended and made into an armory.
Really good, strong first half, and Drake May really started to settle in. Good looking delivery that time. Boutte, who's been his favorite target so far. Top 10 tackle as far as pressures allowed on that right side. Started 14 games of right tackle for the Jets last season.
Okay,
Diggs makes his
Bro,
second
trying to
catch.
truck niggas and shit. You
He
seen
doesn't
that?
make a fast decision and get the ball out. He's either scrambling or getting rid of it.
Oh my gosh, nigga, what the fuck? What happened, bro?
Isaac Polomau was right there for Las Vegas, and the Raiders with a takeaway.
Show the fucking replay.
Up a fast decision and get the ball out. He's either scrambling or getting rid of it.
Bro, just overthrew it.
Pass in it.
Do it too high.
God be with you, Benesh. How goes it?
Well enough, Nightingale. It's quiet.
Good.
As they play the three-point
Where's
ball
Moimir
early
anyway?
stages.
Isn't he supposed to be here with you?
Yes. He hasn't turned up yet.
Oh, I see. Now where might he have got to then?
I don't know.
You don't know, eh? Let me tell you something. When the bailiff finds out Moimir's slacking off, he'll be in serious shit. And being a friend of his, you wouldn't want that, would you?
No.
So it's better if I deal with it and we leave the bailiff out of it, right?
Yes, I suppose so.
So where is he?
In the tavern. He was thirsty, so he...
Went for an ale. We know how that goes. Come on, Henry. Let's go and find that idler, and you'd better talk some sense into him.
So much power
first NFL touchdown. Congrats. We fuck with Johnson.
What the fuck are you doing here when you're supposed to be on the gate? Move your carcass and go and guard the gate. Not a word. Get moving. You're lucky it was me found out, not the bailiff, or God forbid, Captain Bernard. Out! Let's have a drink. That fool got me all worked up.
Me as well.
My words exactly. And just when we need every pair of eyes. But that's enough about that. Let's not let it spoil our day. Listen, since we're sitting here anyway...
Why not?
Alright, man, let's tighten up. When we're down by
I can't
4.
wait to see how you throw.
Yo, Raiders, have some fucking respect. Stop celebrating, bro. Y'all ain't make the playoffs since I was in like 3rd grade trying to learn my ABCs. Relax. Fuck wrong.
Puts a man under it, near side, locates Bowers.
Been the inside man for Vrabel, getting the message across.
7 years with Tennessee, 6 with Vrabel. Smith slowly it's incomplete.
Just stop. Got a bet?
We'll see.
Players over the years.
May, stop trying to run, bro. Stop. Throw the ball.
Tyree Wilson.
Should I? Shouldn't I?
Change for Carroll.
No,
All these years later,
I daren't.
back in Foxborough with his new team. As the Raiders going to get a first down drive starter here, Michael Mayer over the shoulder catch. Grew up in New Hampshire, still has his family house about 90 minutes from here. Geno Smith steps up and completes. Bowers, plenty of open grass. Monstrous play.
No point in pushing it.
And the New England Patriots as any running backs in the National Football League. Mayer. Boy, quiet start for Mayer, but he's starting to put his
4th down. Even if they make this, it's only a touchdown.
Carlson gets it off cleanly. That is some kick. 45 seconds left in the quarter. Adams showing blitz and then pulls back. May flushed out, looking, throws, and completes.
3rd and 5. 3rd quarter, 1 and down.
The blitz again,
Good pass.
Finley, first down, Patriots.
The Diggs. Diggs had a couple of catches.
Finished.
Raiders have picked up their blitzing here in the last 2 drives. May's pass batted down, back into the hands of May. So a
Oh,
line
shit.
play.
Caught his own pass deflection.
Excellent pursuit, concentration.
Number 98, you weird, bro. Just taking a ball from him, bro. Not the ref, dude. Relax.
Fresh set of downs for Geno and company.
A win at last.
Come on, y'all niggas need to guard that shit, bro. Come on, man.
Gets it to Tucker.
Just one more thing and we're done. Ringing the end of the...
Isn't it still a bit?
I don't know how it was in Scarlett's, but here in Rattay we close up at...
See, if you wouldn't mind, the bell is hanging outside the rat house. Ring 3 times, then go to the...
I'll do that.
Before I forget, it's forbidden to walk in Rattay.
Oh, he tried. He nervous. Nice. Gotta miss this.
And the Raiders are going to take a 2-score lead here in Foxborough.
Quick touchdown, a quick field goal, bro. Shit ain't over with, bro. Plenty of time left.
May the fake
Good pass. Hey, Diz had a couple of caught catches, bro.
That's a great sign for the Raiders.
It's a good sign.
Accuracy issues now for May. That one, after he had Collins open, now the dump ball kisses the rookie Henderson. To get out to the 50 is about 4 yards shy of the marker.
Gotta go for it. Why the fuck y'all niggas punting, bro?
At the 25. They bring 6. Smith underneath, and they get it. Thornton. Just what a way to cap off the weekend if they can hold on here in Foxborough. 3rd and 11. Jendi to spin. Will get himself an extra yard.
Got under 2 minutes to go. Alright. It ain't over. Come on, quick touchdown.
20. Open for one last gasp.
Good catch.
Backer May to Booty.
Time, too.
Patriots hoping for a quick strike just to get themselves a chance. And a potential onside kick. Hollings will get them the first down.
You know, they've made them earn it. It's the classic, make the offense be patient because you're going to screw it up.
Plenty of time, low-key.
Before we will.
Come on, keep moving the chains. Keep moving the chains.
Nice job in the second half.
Move the chains.
In a few pressures with their four-man rush, but
30 seconds.
May with 26 seconds.
And
looking for anyone down the field. Great coverage again.
hiding under the table, maybe. No!
Give that bastard something to remember.
Fast in a bathhouse.
Right,
he's only in charge.
That'll show him.
They edited it down. They didn't get onside kick or something.
That'll show him. Teach that insolent cop a lesson.
Lucky ass man, man.
Damn Sigismund. The lawlessness he brought to this land will have no peace in the afterlife. You mean
That'll
to
show him.
visit your- Isaac, my Agnes has been gone now for 4.5 years. Still it seems like only yesterday she went to the Lord. Hey, you. It's forbidden to walk tonight.
La liga arranca una nueva temporada con jugador, qué equipo.
A través de la pantalla de Líder Mundial, ESPN.
I'm going to tell you. I mean, bro, the Patriots, bro, we got a whole new squad.
I see you.
Aren't you?
It's just the first game.
So get
it's the first game, man. We got a whole new squad. A lot of people
You
need
can't-
to get their chemistry
lost
together.
everything.
I seen some good
My
stuff
home,
on offense. I like
my
Diggs had a few
family,
catches. He had a
my
solid 4 or
livelihood.
5. The defense needs to do better, bro. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, not to be fucked, bro. The Raiders, yo, they don't have receivers like that. Devontae
Surely you're
Adams
not
is
going
not
to
on the
kill
team
me
anymore,
over
bro.
such a trifle?
Like all these receivers, bro, I'll take their positions right now as a walk-on on the Raiders. So it was unacceptable to be seeing a lot of these. The only decent player on
Fine.
the team, I think,
Look
is
at
the
what-
Bowers dude.
maybe I-
on the
if you
receiver
for-
and the tight end. But other than that, all the receivers are scrubs, man. They got a running
When
back
we were
Under
and
a dove coat.
quarterback. Like,
That's all.
We shouldn't have been
Fine.
giving up so many passing yards like that, dog. It's the first game. You're a real Patriot fan. You shouldn't be really too worried about it. There's a lot of good positives versus negatives out of this game. Geno Smith 360. See, bro, we shouldn't be allowing Geno Smith to be throwing these many yards, bro. For one. John Cena's debut 1835 for a touchdown. Decent, I guess. So I'm just saying, they only had Browers. The Myers dude played on their squad last year. He wasn't doing none of this shit. No offense to the Myers dude, because I know you play with the Patriots. I don't like bashing players that used to play for a team. But Myers is a fucking scrub. He's not going to be in the league in 3 years.
that?
So he shouldn't be getting catches like this. So tighten up the secondary back there. Be a little bit more aggressive. Stop sending rushes that's not necessary, bro. We're straight. Drake made 287, 300 yards if you round it off. Not that bad of a game. A touchdown in the INT. Henderson dude could have had a few more rushing yards. The boot dude, 6 catches for 103 yards. Solid game. Henry, 4 catches, 66 yards. Steph Diggs in his debut, 6 catches for 57 yards. Patriots, tighten up by next game, man. Tighten up by next game. It's one loss. I mean, Super Bowl winning teams get one loss too in the beginning of the season. It happens. Nothing else to say, man.
Listen, you could pay for a streaming app and a music app, or just get YouTube Premium for $13.99, which gives you both. YouTube Premium. Try 1 month free.
Flight team stand up. We got the Niners versus the Seattle Seahawks. Week 1, opening NFL season weekend. It's pretty long too. 16-minute. Highly requested.
Offense. From the 35, they begin. With a pass play and a threat.
Oh, I thought that was my speakers. That's the NFL speakers. All right.
Sure, they're present in this Seattle offense.
Oh no, it's my speakers. I'm glad I reset that. All right, man, shake it out.
First third down for the
Seahawks.
3rd and 5. facing a blitz. He got hit as
Sam
he
Darnold,
still
I think.
caught, but a short gain caught by A.J.
Who do the
Barner,
Seahawks
who
have
had
again?
the rookie Marquis Siegel all over him. Third and four.
I know they have the I
He's
puke
got
dude.
Kittle wide open, and
Kittles.
George Kittle's got a first down. Purdy.
Oh yeah, Ken Walker on the Seahawks. He's nice. Oh yeah, my man Tariq. You know what I'm saying?
Execute the system.
He's FCC on the Seahawks.
Off play action here. Floats one for Pearsall again. Perfect toss, and Pearsall.
He is a superstar in the making. He's now sliding into that nickel role.
Fake to McCaffrey. Throw for Kittle, and he's got it. George Kittle hangs on despite the hit.
Oh yeah, the Jigga Hitter. Can't forget about him on the Seahawks. And refresh the memory.
The 49er team in
Damn, so he's the number 1 receiver now in the Seahawks. Metcalf left.
Purdy tucks it, runs inside the 10, down to the 5, around the block from Pearsall.
Milrose on the Seahawks facts. Why isn't he starting? There was a different quarterback. Bro, Jalen Milroe from Bama. Let's see if it transfers to the NFL.
Niners go 95.
Niners first touchdown of the season. Kittles. Pro Bowl title right there. Why is it? What's up with this? Like, why? First it was Shador that wasn't starting. Now Milroe's not starting.
First play of the drive is Zach Charbonnet with a head of steam, and Charbonnet, who made a good impression.
Where the hell is Ken Walker at too?
Last year has 6 or 7 yards, so more than 50% of the receiving yards from last year gone. They're having to replace more than any offense. Darnold floats one. Smith and Jigma's
Jigga Hitter.
Jackson Smith and Jigma gets behind the rookie Upton Stout for 22.
I don't know. We're gonna have to figure out why he's not playing.
He's got it. He's got a hole.
That's Ken.
He's got close to a first down.
Changes the map here on 4th and goal.
Got 4th and 3. These brothers are starving. They going for it. Little lob pass. What the fuck was that? Oh, it's P.I. Let me shut up.
Cup at a step on Stout. Already gone after him a couple times.
Oh yeah, hey, what team is Cup on? He's on a Seahawks team?
Goal after one after that penalty on Stout. Charbonnet. Touchdown, Seattle.
Got Chardonnay. First touchdown. Damn, so they got Cooper Kupp and Jigga Hitter.
Let's get back to just winning the moment.
I wonder if Seahawks fans would rather Jigga Hitter and Metcalf combo or the Cooper Kupp. What is it for the Seahawks?
Finally, Seattle comes up with a third down stop. Heavy ground game so far. And it's Walker to begin this drive.
Damn.
Cracked in the backfield by Fred Warner.
Yeah, Fred Warner, Pro Bowl right
Wreaks
there.
some havoc on his third down. Blitz is picked up, giving Darnold time, but he throws incomplete.
Yo, put Jalen Milroe in, bro.
From Lenore, 4th down. He's got it again on 2nd and 4 with a flag down. Room for McCaffrey.
Oh yeah, CMC on the Niners, you got it.
Gets to the 20 now.
All right, that memory's refreshing.
What they missed last year was the yards
Here I am.
after contact.
No, sir.
The beauty of McCaffrey.
Oh,
Take
get
care now.
down in the ground. Yo, is these Packers and Lions, is that game good, chat? Some people are requesting it.
On 3rd and 16, they hand it off, get what they can with McCaffrey across the 30. The way that he just kind of looks at the game like a point guard and doesn't try to do too much. Kenneth Walker in the flat.
Small little hurdle.
And got 5. That leads us to another conversation now about this offensive line for Seattle. Can they improve? Darnold drops off the screen. It's Walker trying to find room. He gets swung around and dropped. D. Winters was there first. Nick Bosa finished him off. 7-7 game. Niners go back to work. Here's McCaffrey. Waits for Black to develop. Skirts to the outside and gets 11 in the first play of the drive.
And now this is where they want you. They want them in those all-out third down pressures.
And bring in a corner Witherspoon. So they go outside to Jennings, right where the blitz came from, and get a first down.
First down, move the chains.
Let's go! Yeah! Hurry up, Blacksmith! Looking long, stepping up. He's got Juszczyk wide open.
Damn. Damn, he just split. I think he's a Pro Bowler too, this fullback right here. Houston. 20, you see that shit?
Look here, Blacksmith. About that business at the ale house.
Yes, sir.
Hollywood with the
Hanush was right. I should have behaved differently. More, well, gentlemanly. But that doesn't mean you were in the right. You can't throw a lord out of the tavern in his own town. You understand?
Yes. I was just...
What? Speak up! Don't worry, I won't bite your head off.
It's just that when you said those things in the arena, sir, I was a little upset.
Ah! I'd just like to tease Greenhorns a little. And you vexed me too. You were insolent to Captain Bernard and they rewarded you with service. Whenever I do anything reckless, even if it's for my honour, Hanush is on my back about it and I get punished. Like now.
I didn't mean to threaten anyone.
Well, it's all water under the bridge. Let's not spoil our hunt.
Second and 10 with 30 seconds. Looks
Hell yeah, Hollywood, good shit today. Worst shooting day for me. Won't happen again. Shit, we all have them days, though.
The difference in the coverage. Now they're up here tight. And Darnold's going to run it right side. Get what Mark can.
Let us talk of something else. Is this your first time hunting?
This kind? Yes.
I've been hunting since I could walk. If you're not a complete blockhead, you might learn something useful. And if you don't cock it up entirely today, maybe I'll take you again. It's always helpful to have a minion at hand.
As I said, I have hunted before, but it wasn't...
Chasing bunnies with a pitchfork isn't hunting. Observe and learn.
I'll do the best I can. So.
Bro, you see that little speed boost he gave me when you tried to tackle him?
Bootleg on second and 4. Jennings open crossing the field, and Jawan Jennings thrown out of bounds.
He's able to generate explosive plays on the ground so often.
Longest today is 9.
Little lob pass. That was terrible. Intercepted.
Listen, I wanted to ask you about Scallets.
I don't know if... that is, sir, I don't know if that's a suitable topic of conversation for the hunt.
We're not hunting yet. I'd like to hear about it at last from someone who was actually there.
The Cumans attacked Scallets and, anyone who didn't flee.
That's what they all say. I want detail.
Is it really necessary, sir?
Arguing with the nobility again, eh? It seems you're a bit of a rebel.
No, not at all, sir. It's just that... well, it's hard for me to talk about.
I see. So I'll have to get you drunk first.
I'm not sure even that would work.
We'll have to find out, won't we? There's a nice little place just north of here. We'll camp there and you can tell me all about it.
If you wish, sir.
And don't dilly-dally. Let's try and get there before the day's out.
7 to 10 Seahawks.
8 more for CMC. Stopped by Drake Thomas.
Sometime you got to take a shot.
Keep it on the ground. Big hole Robinson lowers the shoulder and gets 9. 3 to snap it.
Pickle boy with the gifted.
Purdy looks to throw for it. Lets it go into a tight.
Damn!
Luke Farrell's first catch with the 49ers.
Caught that shit, though. Good catch.
Winning one-on-one versus Trent Williams. He's the one who made the initial contact on Purdy.
Second and 9. Here's McCaffrey again underneath, trying to squeeze through the smallest hole and does for 7. Byron Murphy tackles him and makes it 3rd and 2. Sideline.
Lob pass, what the fuck?
Contact with Jennings.
Oh, no call.
The coverage from Job, no flag, and it's 4th down. From 36.
It's blocked!
Julian Love blocks.
Oh, I thought he was going to take that.
Lawrence takes it back across the
No, he's going to take it back.
Special teams the difference in week 1.
So Love gets the credit for the block, but it was really the execution by the front.
After the block, here's a behind the line throw to Zach Charbonnet, who made a great catch and took it upfield. 3rd and 4 for the Seahawks as Darnold works out of an empty set. 4-man rush. So he's got time, but tight windows. He's got an open tight end in the flats. Across his body, finds a man.
Bring me wine and bacon.
With a flag down at the 44 in Niners territory.
You alright?
From the San Francisco 45, Sam Darnold in the Seahawks debut. Quickly outside, Smith and Jigba. Lost the football.
Coming up, sir.
Jigga, what the fuck?
So,
I am.
That's...
So you got a to that football.
I'm not sure.
Don't worry. But what about...
To that football.
I don't. But I'm what the figures. Sorry, mate.
All right. Well,
Yes, sir.
Continue to feed McCaffrey. A surge on the left side and a big hole for Christian McCaffrey's longest run of the day. Into Seahawks territory. Pick up a 14. He can
Top of the fourth. 3-point game.
Straight drop from Purdy. To the sideline, Pearsall. He's got it. Beating Woolen. Ricky Pearsall with a flag down. Outside McCaffrey. Of course it's Christian McCaffrey. Sideline, Pearsall.
Oh! That's my man Tariq Woolen. And he FCC right there. Good stop. Pro Bowl defensive back, nigga.
This time he's...
I seen that shit.
And it's 10-10, under 10.
Hey, it's a good game so far.
Cody White brings this one out. Cody White with some room.
Whoa!
To the 35.
They did a front flip, man.
Tackle by Chase Lucas. Good return by White. Run for over 100 yards. And it's a tie game. Darnold throws it back to Smith and Jigba. Field by Bosa.
It's like they're setting them up,
That's
too.
a loss of 8 yards
That
on the
Bosa?
first play of this drive. Second-year guy in green with a
Another
huge
Pro
play
Bowler
there.
on the Niners.
Third and long, and underneath, Smith and Jigba.
Oh, shit. Yo, Ginger, I see what you're doing.
Wow.
And that makes me fuck with Ginger Higginmore. He got the early 2000s type of game style.
Touchdown in the first drive.
He wasn't even ready for the lateral, bro. Come on, get your head in the game.
Defenders in his face triggered it quickly to Kyle Juszczyk. And Juszczyk got 7 yards on the first play of the drive.
It's anybody's ball game.
Wade Mafe in the passing game, now in the running. Trent Williams, I'm not sure if he's dinged up.
Offense number 71. The 10-yard penalty. Replay second. Robinson in for McCaffrey. He swings out. Purdy looking long. Lets it rip. Tight coverage.
Intercepted! Purdy!
Greeting.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. 2 picks?
Not. May the Lord watch over you.
Second interception for the Seahawks.
That ain't a good look.
Downfield with not a lot there. Seahawks take over at midfield in a 10-10 game.
When there probably wasn't a throw to be made, and that ball just needs to be checked down and get out of his hands.
Seahawks take over at their own 47, trying to get Kenneth Walker going. His best run of the day, 8 yards to the 45.
He doesn't have to force every possession to be the breaking point. Just keep taking what's there.
Play action here for Darnold. What's there is room to run and a first down inside the 40. Second and 5. He's got it. Charbonnet's got a first down, and this offensive line, this much maligned offensive line, and a tie game.
All right, it's 10-10.
Got rid of it just before he was hit to Cooper Kupp, who stopped just shy.
Cooper's first catch of the game.
Right now, the defense has been the strength.
Jason Myers from 37 for the lead, and he's got it.
What are you waiting for?
You.
Oh.
With 3 timeouts.
Ha!
Purdy's given time.
Nobody fell for that fake, bro. Let me shut up.
Biggest play of the day.
Forced to pass the ball. So this is a critical down here to pick up yards.
He's well protected. Underneath he
Good
goes.
catch. Good catch.
Tonjes again.
However I can.
Under 2 minutes. Niners.
He swung out into the end zone. Wasn't open. Purdy keeping her alive. Brock Purdy lost one. And it's
Ghettos! Lost him. Head tap. Shit.
Never caught a pass in the NFL.
Wait, tons. My bad.
Including the ball touchdown with 1:34 left.
Damn.
Wow. Tonjes gets his chance, and man, does he take advantage of it.
Yeah, so they go empty. I don't blame them for throwing the ball.
Good
They're
catch.
going for the win. And just Purdy's ability to keep the play alive
Ah, not my man Woolen. Fuck! I didn't see that, dog.
Just misplays the ball in the air. So what they teach them
Woolen, you gotta back that down, brother.
So you see, you got to get your eyes on your nearest defender. Reed Woolen's.
Yeah, you gotta back that down. See, I played defensive back too, man. I was a receiver back in the day, dog. I would have batted that down. It's all good. It happens.
Looking at the quarterback. When the quarterback.
Yeah, I see what he's trying. He's trying to go for that pick. You know what I'm saying? That game-sealing pick.
That breaks the pocket. Plastic.
That hurts.
Get your eye.
Boom. Hit the ground, man.
Eyes in your hands on the nearest receiver and
can't be a yes man, bro. You gotta back that down.
Uses trap and Tunges.
All right, let's see what the Seahawks got. Bro, Jalen Miller ain't getting one snap, bro. Oh! Jigga Higga! Hey, he's got about like 7 catches.
First game is the
44 seconds. They got a timeout. It's a fumble! Yo, Jalen Miller was playing. That wouldn't have happened. Come on, man. Sheesh.
When Sam takes that handoff, watch where he hits right on the backside of Lucas.
Of his lineman. But still, you gotta have awareness, bro.
That ball is out. He just said the one thing they can't have is a sack.
That sucks.
They get a strip
That's
sack
rough.
fumble to all that evidence.
They didn't even know it was a fumble until last second.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 2 of the defense for taking his helmet off. It's out the distance to the goal.
Taking your helmet off is what?
It's first down, San Francisco.
That's on Lenore after the play. I don't know about you, Greg.
And after a relatively quiet game.
All right, man, not a bad game. Seahawks sold. The quarterback sold, unfortunately. See, if you would have been playing Jalen Milroe, he would have been able to run to the end zone. Noticing nobody was open. All right, you got Purdy with 277, 2 touchdowns, and 2 INTs. CMC with 22 carries, 69 yards. Pearsall led the stat line, 4 catches, 108 yards. McCaffrey, 9 catches, 73. See the rest of the stat line there. Kittle was a touchdown.
How did the hunt show me? It looks like we're... And now come along. Let's...
yards. Chardonnay, 12 carries for 47 and a touchdown.
Henry, mount up and let's go hunting.
For a yard. Jigga Higga, 9 catches, 124 yards. Cup, 2 catches, 15 yards in his debut.
Hi, my name is Matt, and today I'm here to tell you all about Replit in just 60 seconds. Replit is the fastest way to go from idea to application. It's the most secure, professional way to vibe code. It's the perfect place to prototype your next idea or even build your first app. Replit allows you to build and share amazing ideas just natural language. It lives in your browser, so there's no installation or configuration necessary. You can use Replit Agent, our AI native developer, to bring your ideas to reality with just a single prompt. Even if you've never built or deployed an application before, Replit's AI native tools can help get you there. We take care of all the hard stuff. That includes things like storing sensitive data or secrets management, storing data persistently, like databases or object storage, and even deploying your application. These tools are all built into Replit in a secure, safe environment. When you're happy with what you've built, Replit deployments make it easy to take what you've built and deploy it live to the internet in just a few clicks. Best of all, with our mobile app, anything you can do on Replit.com, you can do on your phone. Again, I'm Matt, and this has been Replit in 60 seconds.
FTC, Flight T stand up. We got the Bucks versus the ATL Falcons. Week 1, NFL kickoff is here. Check it out.
Empty backfield
the
for
Bucks
Atlanta on first down, and it's Robinson.
BJ Robinson on the Falcons. Patterson, dude, I think.
The Falcons first down out across the 45.
Penix dude.
Down at 5, fake for Robinson. And now it's Robinson who makes the catch.
The Robinson dude.
Backfield, picks up a Falcons first down.
See here.
Whoa!
There'll be balls somewhere nearby.
So,
That's
just
a good
like
run.
last time, slow and quiet, whatever you do. Understand?
Good run.
But watch out for them from the top of that mound there.
Bunch formation to the left. Third down and 8.
You got Mayfield back there and Mike Evans. What the fuck was that?
Looking for Sterling Shepard. Play clock winding down. Here's Penix on
Penix back there. I forgot he's left-handed.
Who makes the catch and picks up in Atlanta. First down out to the 32-yard line.
Hey,
You want to take him?
on the Falcons?
Robinson to this
I'm not
point.
tripping. Yeah. Yeah.
Second down and 4. Penix to the outside. Another first down. It's Washington.
Oh, yeah, Drake London's on the Falcons, too.
In
He's
Buccaneers
pretty solid.
territory.
Oh, he's not? My bad. I'm going to edit that out.
We're down at 6. Penix swings it out. London makes the catch, but it did not fool the Bucs. We're down at 10. Mayfield steps up, takes off.
Mayfield, sit down, buddy. You ain't Mike Vick, baby. Throws 0-4 so far, 0 yards. 3rd and 2.
Mayfield, little shoulder fake. Now
First completion.
They pick up the first. It's the 10-year vet, Sterling Shepard. Irving. On the second effort, we'll see if he got there. He got there. 4th and short. Mayfield over the middle. And Evans makes the catch.
Mike Evans.
For a Buccaneers first down.
It was really that offensive line trying to get together and gel. Now they're coming back and playing well.
Mayfield over the middle. Abuka makes the catch. Takes it out.
Oh, is that the Uda Buda Buda dude?
Because he's not that big, he knows exactly where the ball should be, and not he goes for positive yards.
There's White. And Rashard White picks up another Bucs first down as he found a hole. Bucs
Oh,
get to the
shit, they brought that blitz.
And they will not.
They brought that blitz.
Intended for Evans.
Don't open that one. All right, got a 50-yard field goal.
Wally Dixon placed it down. And McLaughlin connects from 48 to put the second and 10. Penix complete. And then
Drake London.
Keith Smith comes up to make the stop. On 4th down, it is Robinson, and he will not get there.
Well, Penix, you were better off doing a fake handoff.
I
Run.
don't like the play calling. That's
That
how
was
you really
trash.
get the defense off balance.
Second down and 7, fake to Irving, and it is caught for a first down by Mike Evans in Falcons territory.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
There's the matchup up top, A.J. Terrell versus Mike Evans. Fake to Bucky Irving.
That's where Baker wants to go.
Watch it. Oh, that's a dot. The Ooga Booga Booga dude. First NFL touchdown. Nice.
His first NFL score, 30 yards from Baker Mayfield to Emeka.
Looks like the college skills are transferring right over to the NFL smooth.
He's enjoying his phase. He finally got that checked off the box.
Behind him. Oh, I forgot about Kyle Pitts for the Falcons. He's a Pro Bowler.
His first reception today. Penix complete. Great
London.
Across midfield into Buccaneers territory.
He wanted no part of being associated with a losing organization.
Trying to beat them today. Third down and 7.
That was a nice
Washington coming back to make the catch.
3rd and 5. Penix.
Steps
Ooh.
up. And
Ooh.
slide.
But
That's where ruled down where he first hit. That's correct.
Oh, they didn't even give him the first.
4th and 1.
4th and 1. They do an obvious run and play again.
There you go. He picks up the first. Same play as last time when they didn't get
Right, they did the same exact fucking play, bro. What the fuck wrong with the coach? They got it though.
That X fires. It was the front.
Oh! Bro got bailed out off that pick.
Call from 41. Ties the game at 10.
All right, 10 up.
Second down and
Second half.
Midfield fires over the middle, and it is caught. But where he puts it is always so that the wide receiver is not in harm's way. They don't take the big shot. Low and away where only his receiver can get it. It's Evans who picks up another Buccaneers first down. Use replay assist, and Raheem Morris through the challenge flag. 3rd down and 8.
Oh, got him by the shoelace.
Made by Rashad White, and then he is tripped up about 5 yards shy of the marker from the left hash.
All right, got a field goal. What the fuck was that, bro? Holy shit. I make that with 3 toes, man. Do better.
Like about him, the offense likes about him, makes him a true leader. Right, you said treat every game as if it is your last. Looking for London with Dean defending. Good things happen. They converted it, forced the 4th down.
All right, 3 and out.
Johnson back deep. What a kick. Taken at the 15 by Johnson. Out across the 30.
Ooh.
Across midfield. Finally forced out of bounds.
Nice.
By the punter, Pinion. What a return by Cameron Johnson.
Calm down, buddy. You didn't get the touchdown, bro. Got to get back on offense.
16 pitch last year. Mayfield.
Got Mayfield with that nice 56 overall speed.
First down and more inside the 10.
That was risky. He wasn't trying to get down.
Mayfield on 2nd down.
Pass. To Bucky.
Inside the 5.
Good dive.
Dives towards the
That's a touchdown. Nice. Nice. 17-10.
That is on 2nd down to the outside. Drake London takes the catch. Play clock winding down.
3rd and 3.
3rd down and 3. Penix complete. Ray McCloud. Falcons first down to midfield. From midfield on 1st down. Penix complete. It's London. Picks up another Falcons first. 3rd down and 10.
3rd and 10.
Must get to the 29 for a first.
Got Penix.
And they do.
The Bijan.
Makes the catch. 3rd down and 4. Penix looking. Hit. Down he
Get
goes.
down to the
What are you
ground.
gaping at, you blowfly? Never
from
seen
the
a
right
real man
hash.
before?
All right, selling for a field goal. Brother, is that it? It's good. Never mind, I was going to say something. Buddy, that shit echoed though.
Mayfield on 3rd down. Mayfield takes off.
Your mother is a whore!
Picks up first down. 20 yards on his last big run. 10 this time to pick up the first. Now he gets it into the hands of Abuka.
Hey, Kilo!
Versatile. He stopped just shy of the marker, gain of 9.
No chuja fazba!
Oh, it's incomplete.
Mayfield's the leading rusher today on either side.
Emberek, vigyázzon!
Itt vagyok!
Second and 2. Penix.
Another flag as Penix took a late hit. Might be another roughing the passer.
Yeah.
What it does to you, right? You come back and you handle your business. Penix
Espetola. Getty.
He'll be the one going in motion. There it goes. They run right behind him to Algier. Nice defense. He will get there. Not enough. Yeah. So it's now 4th and 1. The smaller end. You can throw it up to him too. Penix on 4th down. To his left. Effort. Loose. He did not get to the So it's dead at that point. So by the time that ball came loose, play is already over. So now when you're watching, you're just seeing contact there. Where's the ball in relation to the line?
Roll fast.
Just outside the 1 yard line. Like he would have the first down.
Manly.
The quarterback decided to get himself up and down beyond the first down marker.
Oh, wow. You got it. You got it. Penix back there. Hey, I'm not going to lie. Penix is looking official. No, it's incomplete. He's still looking official, but I stand by it. Let's see what the 4th down is. Ball fake. Run it. He said, fuck it. It's a touchdown. Touchdown ATL.
Rossz helyen vagy, rossz időben.
All right, they up by 3. Almost 2-minute warning.
Complete for a first down by Kevin. Winding down. They get the snap away. Mayfield over the middle.
Oh, I don't know, Falcons. Y'all gotta defend, bro.
First down from
Itt fogsz nekem pityeregni?
Oh, shit. Hey, Uga is official, bro. He's living up to the potential.
Na, bassza meg!
as Penix steps up, takes off, and then slides, picks up a first down. Down to the 26-yard line. Penix on first down.
Na ezért kinyírlak!
Taken up the sideline by Ray Ray.
Bro, rookie like this be throwing tight
From midfield on first down. Penix complete.
Hold on now.
To the Tampa Bay 36. And now they're in field goal range. Haven't heard much from Diablo in the pass rush. Penix dumps it off.
Bijan, nigga was holding his hand.
Remember, no timeout for Atlanta.
No timeout, bro. You had to get out of bounds.
A szarba!
20 seconds.
Second down and 4. Penix complete. Pitts running for the sideline. Picks up the first down. Out of bounds.
All right, 16 seconds. Edge of Cedar. Penix.
Winfield Jr. makes the play.
No replay? There it is.
Here's Penix. There it is. On first down. Oh, nice play.
Hey, that's good defense, bro.
Antoine Winfield Jr. makes the play.
All right, field goal to tie it up. 44 yards. Will it go to overtime? Pack your bags, bro. Holy shit, that was terrible. Woo! The Falcons sell.
Wild and wacky win on
The Bucks
Indeed.
are gonna get away with the close-ass victory. I ain't gonna lie, he sold that, man. You should have made that field goal, bro. It should be an overtime game. Good game nonetheless, man. Let's go ahead and check out that box score that's gonna wrap it up. You got Mayfield, 167, 3 touchdowns. 14 of 37 for Bucky. Uga Buga in his debut, 4 catches, 67 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I think you're going to have a nice, solid NFL receiver career, if you ask me. The Penix dude, another NFL player that is a rookie that's going to have a nice, long, solid NFL career. 300 yards in his debut, 1 touchdown. He can throw the ball, man. Bijan, 12 carries, 24 yards. And then Bijan led the reception, 6 catches, 100 yards, touchdown. Pitts, 7 catches, 59 yards.
I'll have a
Oh, you know.
55 yards.
Now look here.
Falcons, y'all came up short.
A noble.
Better next
Now you're playing with fire, boy.
All right, man.
I could have you in the pillory
Next
for that.
game.
And then with my own 2 hands, I'd crush your balls.
That wound doesn't look good, Sir Hans.
You're right. Those cumin swine roughed me up a bit. And my damned
The sooner we get out of here, the better.
Let's go then.
Basically, essential was getting our own website, so people would actually see a proper official group who mean business and who can deliver.
Get here, everybody. What it do, flight crew? FTC. Flight team, stand up. The NFL season is officially here. We got the Cowboys versus the Philly Eagles.
How's it
Not
possible,
spending under these teams, Patriots all
Those
day.
bastards make
Right
so
now,
bold
spam
no
under
more than a
YouTube,
mile
spam
from the
up in
castle.
chat, claim your
We'll have to
favorite
send out more
NFL team.
patrols.
It is
That
officially
won't do
week
us
1
any good,
of
Hanush.
2025,
Even if we had 10 times the men, we
NFL
couldn't beat through every
season is
thicket in the
officially
fiefdom.
here.
You sent for me, sir?
23, 4,
Come
5,
in.
6 states for the gift of sub.
I don't know how to thank you, Henry.
Patriots all day, man. We will be
If it
seeing
wasn't
the
for
Patriots
you,
win the
Hans
Super
would be
Bowl
dead.
in February. NFL kickoff
I
season
think I
has
sent you
begun.
out with him as a punishment.
Let's get it! NFL
I was only doing my duty, sir.
college football
Don't
is
be
back.
so modest, young Henry. You showed not only courage, but loyalty to your liege. That's why I'm taking you into my personal service.
Sir, Thank you, sir.
Well, let's celebrate your promotion and Sir Hans's recovery.
Already?
Well, don't just stand there, lad. Pour us a drink.
I seen that. That man hawked a big loogie, man.
I'm sorry to interrupt, sir, but I've urgent
That land
tidings.
right on Dake
What
Precinct's
now?
neck. Early negativity.
A stable boy came from Neuhoff. He says brigands raided the stud farm this morning.
Soft ass shit.
There's many dead,
Ain't
though
no
Maine.
grown ass man spitting on me like this, nigga. This is a crash out worthy.
Tell us exactly what happened.
I'm not
Niggas
sure.
said like these to
The
ref,
boy
bro,
was
after
so shook
somebody
up he
hawked
could
the
barely
loogie, bro.
speak. He said the bandits murdered for the joy of it.
Jalen Carter.
I'm sorry, sir.
Bro, look at that. It landed
Your
right
vassal
on his
Smill
right,
is
right
dead.
there, bro. You
Who
ain't do
did
nothing
this?
back.
Who were they?
We don't know, sir.
Niggas said these.
The stable boy just kept babbling about
I
some
want- did
huge
they
fellow
say
in
anything
black
to make him
armor
do
who
that?
led the attacks.
Take as many men as you
do
need,
something
and
beforehand.
don't stop until you've found those bastards. And bring me their heads.
Yes, sir.
My men at your disposal too, Hanush.
Thank you, friend.
Sir, let me ride with them.
He's full of piss and vinegar, isn't he?
Their leader, he must be the one who attacked me at Scarlet's. There can't be 2 men in the whole kingdom who look like that.
You think he might still have my sword?
I can't take you seriously after that, bro.
No doubt you could use another swordsman, Captain.
That's lamb chops.
As you command, my lord.
How soon can you leave, Bernard?
As soon as the men are ready, sir.
Waving them by.
Good. Wait in the courtyard for Henry. And give him a horse.
His own mount?
His reward for
Touchdown
saving Sir
Cowboys.
Hans.
Open and drive.
You'll need it.
Thank
Hey,
you,
is
sir.
that Jalen? Who was that? Jalen
Thank you.
Carter? Is that nigga a Pro Bowl?
Well, go! I want these culprits in the hands of the executioner as soon as
That got
possible.
ejected.
I won't let you down, sir.
Jalen Hurts in the chance. Starts from the 30. First throw is complete. Now it's Goddard. The sideline.
He's a Pro Bowl.
Pick up of about 9 off.
All right, what the Eagles got?
Just past the 40.
Little play action.
Taking off, and Jalen Hurts will slide
That
down
weak ass slide.
just shy of the 48-yard line. The second is called.
Well, we don't know much about what happened, just what that Neuhoff stable boy told us. Get your horses mounted up and let's ride out. On the double. Maybe we'll catch up with that rabble.
36-yard line and a first down for Barkley.
Y'all think Barkley gonna have another 2,000 yards?
Here we go. Are you ready?
Quick to Shipley, receivers.
I'm ready, Captain. Good.
I don't.
Oh, they abusing them little screen
Yep.
passes.
The dappled gray beside now. Mount.
Man is Jahan Dotson. Third and goal.
Hurts.
Hurts has time.
Hurts, that's easy. Quarterback spy, where are they at? Touchdown, Eagles.
Dak walked in the meeting room, looked great. Looked great in practice as well. Play pass here. Trying to find some space. Protected the ball and threw it.
Wow.
Complete to CeeDee Lamb.
So Lamb Chops. Lamb Chops has 2 catches first quarter. Smooth little 40, 50 yards already.
Tight formation here on 3rd and 2. Prescott scanning and throws complete to Lamb.
Now Lamb Chops going off.
And CeeDee Lamb takes it right around the 30-yard line. Turpin in motion, 2nd and 23. Prescott taking the shot.
He launching it.
Right, that's it.
Oh, you ain't Randy Moss.
You'll get one.
Pickles. They gave him a PI. That's on the Cowboys now. And they got 2 receivers.
Contested catches.
Me again. And I won't be so
They're
merciful.
grabbing the shit out of his jersey. Get off him.
All right,
I
enough.
would have made that catch in my sleep. When you make the money, you gotta reel them in.
Is that all you
want?
There'll be no quarter. Do ya?
That's a good run. Good run. You said weight room.
Well landed. Oh, you. Bring it on.
Damn, that's a good pickup.
Gotcha.
Lamb Chops and they got
Now I'll
Pickles.
fix you. You should have thought
Who's the
twice
Cowboys
about.
running back though.
2 drives, 2 Javonte Williams, 1-yard touchdown.
Shit.
You think
I
I'm
guess
so?
he's something. He has 2 touchdowns first half.
You've heard.
But in the lineup here, only 1 snap on that opening drive. Out on the field now. Underneath
Here's
the
Devontae.
down by Kenneth Murray.
All right, man. Saddle up.
3rd and 3.
No Godwin.
Comes back to the
Last
middle.
one there.
Hit in the middle, but held on to by Goddard for the first down.
Goddard.
And Michael Jordan to that list as well. Jordan Brand guys. 2nd and 9. Hurts. Nothing open. Buy some time.
Top of the second. Hey, Hurts ain't taking no chances. I don't blame him. Opening season.
Philadelphia. Dallas twisting 4 men. Hurts has all kinds of time. Escapes. Runs. First down. To the 9.
Okay, Hurts.
Not getting there. 2nd and goal. Hurts. Again the time. Now Chase.
Quarterback spy. Cowboys. Y'all defense is ass, bro. This nigga ran 3 straight plays in a row. Touchdown, Eagles. Damn, what a defense had. It's a nice game so far. 14 up.
Yeah.
Completion on the night. Keeps it that way. There's Turpin down the sideline. The punch towards Corey Jackson's chest to create space.
Bro, talking that shit.
Yeah.
2. Dak Reddit decides to give it. First down for Williams. Devontae's got 2 touchdowns tonight. Takes it to the 23-yard line.
Yeah.
Prescott looking left. Going
Jake Prisco, lob pass. PI or not?
Mitchell were involved again.
All right, guess not.
Aubrey
All right, we got a smooth little 70-yard field goal.
from 41 yards.
It's going up.
Brandon Aubrey knocks it through. The
It is
Cowboys
good.
back on top.
All right, 2-minute warning. Eagles got the ball. Who got the ball first? In the first one? Oh, that's a dot. Dotson. Yo, has AJ Brown caught a ball all game yet?
Double up here. 26. Hurts to Parsons.
Saquon.
Saquon powers through to the 18. Throw it. Barkley.
Oh, good catch. Good catch.
Inbounds. And then gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Sirianni is
2nd and 5.
Oh,
damn. Saquon, first touchdown. He ain't waste no time scoring. 20 seconds first half.
3rd and 5. Out quick. Prescott. Little bit behind Pickens. Did he bring it in? Yes.
Pickles, he caught it. Nice.
45. He's got it.
Got Dake back there.
Quick pass, slam chops, first down. They got no timeouts. Spike it. What are you gonna get a field goal? You got a smooth little 75-yarders, and they go up to end the first half. And it is good. Hey, we got a decent ball game, y'all. 21-20. Heard that shit. That shit echoed.
On Dallas Goddard. The 42, Barkley.
Did your husband quarrel?
Well,
Ben.
Nah, Saquon said he been in the weight room.
Why kill for nothing?
Smell. The stud farmer.
Ask.
I.
No.
Get down in the ground.
do you get?
My husband went, and I just, it's so I didn't find it. Yeah. I don't know.
58.
From what? Yakub. I don't.
Hey, it's turning into a field goal kicking contest, but they draining them shits. 24-20.
I know. I'm one of.
Whoa!
What? Without a weapon.
Yeah. This nigga slow. Fuck. That was a smart IQ move. I'll see what you see what the defense was doing. He's trying to just go for the straight. He's too slow, bro. Nigga, I would have had a touchdown back in the day. Nigga did a flip in the end zone, nigga. Go ahead and line up next possession.
How could anyone be so cruel?
Hey, y'all niggas don't know ball like I do. Who remember Marion Barber
Poor
from the
Rich.
Cowboys back in the day?
They
Nigga,
must
he would
have
have had a
crawled
touchdown,
here.
though.
If it was the horses they were after,
Just saying.
there'll be even more of them by the main stables.
Ain't even no Cowboy fan. Third and 22. Hospital pass. Fuck. You gotta hold on to the ball, bro. It's a touchdown. You gotta hold on to that ball.
How could any?
See what they did here.
Are you?
Low key, he made a business decision dropping that, bro.
Look,
He caught that
but
ball.
I
He
only
probably
need-
would have been out for 6 weeks. But
Right,
nigga, you gotta
yes.
catch the ball, though. Unnecessary roughness.
What
Bro,
actually?
it's crazy how NFL times
Did they
change, bro.
think
Yo,
Kev-
this is Brian Dawkins back in the day. They ain't calling that shit.
What happened after?
This, you said they were. No.
First and 10.
How many of? Not many.
Oh, it's a fumble! What the fuck?
Good luck.
Hold on to the ball, bro. Bro, they got fresh 4 downs, and you. Oh man, I know they sick.
What?
I know
Easy.
they sick. Man.
Don't know. Are you? What?
Hold on now.
You did,
You just threw it away. Bro, you gotta capitalize off that, bro. You get a fresh 4 downs in the red zone. They might get another shot though.
Set to kick it away. Good hang time. Dangerous return man.
He's waving fair catch.
So a great
That
kick
nigga was
by
nervous as hell.
Turpin. Fair catches it at the 26.
All right, Cowboys, what you got?
Play made the Turpin with the Cowboys saved his life. Prescott pressure got it away and
Second and 6.
complete to Ferguson. It'll be a gain of 5 yards. In the gun. And
Got 3rd and 1.
backfield emptied out.
Yeah. Straight shotgun. There's lamb chops. A's been getting a few catches this game.
9-yard line with Zach Vaughn and Adoree Jackson. With the Cowboys facing 3rd and 10. Down
Top of the 4th. Trey scoop. Uh-oh. Whose fault was that? Okay. 3 and out.
So wrong. You that. Answer to my prayer. Just yeah. God damn. Yeah. Yeah.
Goes a cheap quarterback sneak.
Hand gone.
Indication from the down judge.
They did it.
Bill wants to move the chains for a first down.
Yeah.
I guess they did it. 2nd and 3.
Second and 3 as Araku off the edge.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yo!
No
he
more
caught
fooling
that
around.
one-handed, I think. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. That's nice. That's nice. A small bullet pass, a small 5-yard bullet pass, catching that one-handed, nigga.
Big third down here with 8:18 to go.
14, Cowboys, you need to stop. What the fuck y'all doing? Very short. They short. That's a good kick. Shit field position. Cowboys, y'all have 3 chances. Y'all better score. Do something exciting.
Caught by Ferguson. Out of bounds. Zaquan covering. Pressure.
Catch. Pickles.
Sideline. First down. 38.
Jake Briscoe. Oh, what the fuck? How'd you drop it?
Fucking dog.
No excuses, bro. You just dropped it, dude. Lamb chops can't defend you in that one, dude. How, bro? You all blinged out and you can't catch a football, bro? Come on, where your priorities at?
What are you waiting?
That's 3rd and 10. They might go for it.
If that's the
4th and
after all.
3. He's lobbing it up. Lamb chops. I see you drop another fucking pass, damn it. Bro, how? Fuck. I'm not a fan of none of these teams, but that shit's pissing me off, bro. Bro, that's 2 straight drops, bro. Maybe the last one, but this one? Third time? He had 3 drops in the second half? They got 2 timeouts.
How did the hunk show me? It looks like we're
AJ
now
Brown,
come along.
how you doing, bro? Nigga, I forgot you was in the NFL. Is that the first catch of the game? 3rd and 3. Can they get a stop? Bro, they ain't put no quarterback spot on him all game. And that's the game? 24-20. The Eagles won. Hey, I was right on my prediction yesterday. I mean, it wasn't a blowout, but hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. Cowboys, y'all niggas sold, bro. Y'all had at least 4 or 5 chances to score a touchdown. I just don't understand how y'all didn't capitalize. Or at least come away with field goals on multiple of those possessions. Not gonna lie to you, lamb chops. Oh, I'm gonna get on to you in a second. From looking at the highlights and what the chat's saying, you had 4 drop passes in the game. I don't know if you're gonna come across this clip. Get your priorities straight, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got some nice grills, you got some nice jewelry, bro, but your priorities ain't in line. You shouldn't have 4 drop passes in the opening night. You had 7 catches. You easily should have had 10 catches, 110 yards, maybe a touchdown. I think Lamb Chops hockey sold the game. I don't know about y'all. Maybe Dake Prescott a little bit, only 188 yards from how much people be hyping him up. No lie, that's not good. That's bad cap. Pickles in his debut had 3 catches, 30 yards. That's pathetic, but I don't know if you blame Dake Prescott or Pickles, so. Close game, not enough. Hurts in the opening game, only 152 yards. 14 carries, 62 yards, 2 touchdowns. Saquon with a touchdown. Oh my goodness. A.J. Brown. 1 catch for 8 yards, bro? Nigga, I would have had that the first 30 seconds before everybody got their popcorn and sat down. Bro, you got to step it up. A.J. Brown, listen here, man. Don't tell me you are a 2-season... Bro, 1 catch for 8 fucking yards, dog? Are you kidding me? Step it up next game, bro. Devontae Smith, same with you. You're a Pro Bowler. 3 catches for 16 yards. This is the best you got? The Cowboys' defense is honestly mid. They couldn't stop. They made Jalen Hurts look like prime Mike Vick all game. Now, unless Hurts wasn't throwing... From the look at the stat sheets, Hurts' attempts to his completion percentages wasn't even bad, 19 to 23. So either the receivers couldn't get open or Hurts wasn't finding the right players down the field. What's the answer? Oh, somebody in the chat said A.J. Brown's injured. Is that true? Nonetheless, the Eagles still win the game. Eagles are starting out the season 1-0. The Cowboys step it up next week. Fix your defense.
Ball somewhere nearby. So, just like last time, slow and quiet, whatever you do. Understand?
Everyone wonders if
But
earning a
watch
degree
out
will really make a
for the
difference.
top of that
It
mountain
will at
there.
WGU. In fact, in a 2022 Harris poll, 99% of employers said WGU grads meet or exceed expectations. Employers respect WGU degrees. Learn more at wgu.edu.
NFL season.
Kick to win it.
You want to take him down with an arrow? Certainly. Why wouldn't I?
You
won't kill him like that. Boar is hunted with spears. Is that so? So now all of a sudden you're a master huntsman, are you? Watch and learn.
Did you see that?
Damn, I'm good.
Quiet.
So, next time you try to tell me I can't kill a boar with an arrow, you can...
Fuck! After him! Fetch! Mount up, Henry! Chase down that swine!
Yeah! 30-yard run is the top play? Did he like break a record or something? I'm confused.
Second and long. Got some pressures and lets it fly high. It's intercepted.
Intercepted.
Martin with some blocks inside the 20.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. I think we remember this. This is the playoffs. This happened recently.
Wilson with time, looking for a deep ball. Gonna take a shot down there. Austin turns around. Is he in bounds? He is! How did Austin Hannity do that? Jackson to Henry. Henry around the left side. Uh-oh! Derrick Henry! Foot race! Down the 10! Final 95 seconds of regulation. Stafford takes the shoulder, takes a shot downfield. It is.
Oh! This is the divisional. This is all recent. Now, mind you, some plays I can remember, some I won't. So,
big play here. Trying to go up top for it. He wants to run for it, Jim. He wants to just go get it with his legs. He's trying to find it. Wasn't there, so now he's got to throw it deep.
Wild card.
Damn. Hey, you! You sodomite! What's it like to be fucked by a horse, eh?
intercepted.
Just you wait. Yucky's ass. I'll have you yet.
Nah, they wrong for that celebration, bro. Zay Flowers.
Oh, gang, Bob.
I thought they had a touchdown. This is recent, right? Wild card?
Now, he's been thrown into some games without
Who goes so fast?
preparation. So, here the last 3 games of the season, really a chance to dive in as a starter.
Come on, man. Y'all gotta stop lifting so much weights, bro, in the NFL and college football. Bro, this is literally a touchdown, bro. Early 2000s, especially. Bro, nigga like me, bro, back in the 70s. Bro, come on, man. Do I need to explain myself, bro? Bro, I would have looked back on them niggas like these, nigga. Touchdown. Probably a flip in the end zone. Good run, though.
Yeah. In motion. Out of the gun, Rudolph going for it all in the end zone. Finally, he's got it.
50-yarder.
A szarba! Nem itt fogok megdögleni, nem!
Just singled up outside, soft coverage.
Mellé!
On first down, Richardson will keep it himself.
Broke somebody.
He
so short of these touchdowns.
Amani Hooker eventually made the tackle. Testament to the job of this coaching staff. Barkley carries it 20 times.
Saquon will have like 10 plays in here.
There he goes. Saquon Barkley. Showing the speed. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown from 68.
Saquon went crazy. Bro, I really wish, I don't know why the coach, I understand like giving players rest, not missing the injury. Bro, they should have let him play that last game so he can break that history record that ain't been broken in like 40 years. Bro would have had the rushing record and a Super Bowl ring, bro. Biggest flex. After the Giants just like disposed of him like nothing.
Mahomes steps up. Throw.
Mahomes being Mahomes. Where's that in the Super Bowl though, nigga? Boring ass fucking Super Bowl.
Team high five tackles for Quentin.
Like Douglas.
It's a fumble! My type of celebration. There you go. Man, that looked like me, bro. 2007? Sheesh.
This.
At that running back spot.
Transball.
70 yards. Hot. I think I remember seeing this one. I don't know. Fucking me, damn, nigga.
All the drama.
All the analysis.
Intercepted! That's pick six.
Will take it all the way for a Falcons touchdown.
Bro, try to hit that Dion.
First down is Taylor again. And Taylor explodes. Taylor's into the open field. He has one man to beat. No chance.
Go!
And he'll hold on.
Jonathan Taylor. Alright, so now we found. Yo, nigga walked off the stadium. Bro went to the locker room. Nah, that's funny as hell. Hey, nah. Creative ass celebration idea? Yo, a player need to do something like this and then come out the locker room with like a prop object or something like that. And just take that fine. Fuck it.
Come on.
That'll be funny as hell.
I'll have a bronc.
Oh, you know.
Now look.
A noble.
That would. You're right.
Pickett, even one for Brown. Underthrown. Comes back and gets it.
Double coverage.
It's no play. Brown against Lattimore. And I started to hear some of that the last couple weeks. Like, okay,
100K
maybe
fine.
there's some dissension again, but they responded to that quickly. More adversity to today, losing Jalen Hurts. Here's the deep ball to De'Ami Brown.
Dot.
Perfectly dropped in. What a throw by Jaden Daniels.
These niggas ain't even getting
With
touchdowns.
the front box and keep the coverage unit intact. Bring an extra man.
How is it possible, Raz?
Once McLaurin.
Those bastards make so bold no more than a mile from the castle.
5-yard run.
We'll have to send out more patrols.
That won't do us any good, Hanush. Even if we had 10 times the men, we couldn't beat through every thicket in the fiefdom.
You sent for me, sir?
Come in.
Taylor again on.
I don't know how to thank you, Henry. If it wasn't for you, Hans would be dead. And to think I sent you out with him as a punishment.
Jonathan Taylor got some.
I was only doing my duty, sir.
Don't be so modest, young Henry. You showed not only courage, but loyalty to your liege. That's why I'm taking you into my personal service.
Sir, Thank you, sir.
Well, let's celebrate your promotion and Sir Hans's recovery. But Don't just stand there, lad. Pour us a drink.
Bro, the Giants was really 2-12.
I'm sorry to interrupt, sir, but I've urgent tidings.
What now?
Yo, that's a good lead.
A stable boy came from Neuhoff. He says brigands raided the stud farm this morning. There's many dead or maimed.
Tell us exactly what happened.
I'm not sure. The boy was so shook up he could barely speak. He said the bandits murdered for the joy of it. I'm sorry, sir. Your vassal Smill is dead.
Who did this? Who are they?
We don't know, sir. The stable boy just kept babbling about some...
Nice.
Neuhoff stud farm's been raided.
Early 2000s.
We don't know much about what happened, just what that Neuhoff stable boy told us. Get your horses mounted
Stop.
up and let's
I need to
ride
search
out
you.
on the double. Maybe we'll catch up with that
Hey.
rabble.
What's with you? What? Orders of his...
And that was a game winner in overtime.
If you insist.
All's well.
Nah, that's a flex. That was nice. Hell nah, bro. Man, you get eliminated from the playoffs, your running back just trucked the shit out of your defensive backs, bro. Then I'm fuming.
What the hell are you doing, Henry?
No, that's not the Patriots. Wait, now it is the Patriots.
Can we go?
Not yet.
Well, why are you...
Takes it the distance.
Yep.
Touchdown, Bills.
Yep. Just show us in the top 100 plays, man. Just make us look bad. Yeah, fine. Okay. Cool.
Big play that was.
Cool. Not funny.
But right back, they get the first.
Debo Smith. Hey, bro. I need Debo Smith to have an amazing next NFL season. They talking crazy about you, Debo. Come on, man.
For the San Francisco touchdown.
They trying to say Debo's a one-season wonder? Nah, he gonna come back next season on fire. Watch.
No one will dispute that. Third down and 8 for the Jaguars. Jones,
all you gotta do is get traded, bro.
Thomas.
Wide open. Nigga walking. Disrespect.
And on that play, Brian Thomas goes over 1,000 yards.
My respects.
In his rookie season. Off play action. Stepping up. Launching downfield. And
Jettas. Here comes the gritty.
Twisting. Turning. Touchdown.
Oh, no.
Jefferson.
Oh, he unlocked a new celebration. Bro went to the VC store.
We don't really identify mental health as the energy that it deserves. And I think I can speak for a lot of men in my community or culture. You know, when you talk about mental health, it's always been associated or tied to weakness. It's always been aligned with something negative. But for me, mental health, as I grow into a man, a friend, a brother, has been something that you really have to give the awareness to it that it definitely deserves. I think healthy masculinity is awareness. Awareness to the degree when you are aware of your emotions, emotionally intelligent to you and others.
I think the biggest thing with men, when you're able to open up and use your words to articulate how you feel emotionally, I think that's healthy masculinity to me, is just being in control of you, and everything else will flourish from you being disciplined and control of your emotions and control of yourself. So.
From an injury perspective to really everything. First and 10. Another big run. There he goes. He's got it.
Damn! I didn't know A-Chains had an acceleration like that.
And a touchdown by Miami. 50 yards. To all but put the game away. Parsons got a good inside rush. Mike Evans first.
Diving. Oh, he's still on his feet. No.
See, he was touched. Just barely. Mike saying, go quick, go quick.
Lamb chops. Damn, he got hurt on this? 65. Oh, he picked it off.
They got two solid tight ends, and Kraft has really come into his own this year, which was necessary with the injury to Musgrave. Or Jacobs right side. What a drive. Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs. Oh my fucking gosh! Damn, he should have scored a touchdown though.
A drive. Jacobs.
Yo, nah, number 32, you gotta go ahead and sit down after that one, bro. Bro, the coach had to sit him down for the entire first quarter. Man.
He's out of bounds inside the 5.
Bro just shoved him out. That's bro, little boy, him, bro.
Third down. Plenty of protection. Reed. Got it.
Shout out to Kato Yuski with the raid. Thank you so much.
It's going to be a lot nicer here at halftime watching Beyonce without worrying about win and lose.
Jackson on 2nd and 10. Avoids the sack.
Got
Now
Lamar.
Jackson looking to run, looking to throw, looking to connect.
Andrews. Ken. These niggas do not finish to get the touchdown in the generation, bro.
Kalen Bullock, full sprint to the
Man, Andrews runs a 4.8 speed, maybe 5 flat.
As good a running back as we've seen.
Jackson will keep this time. And look at the speed.
Lamar.
Jackson
Out of there.
touchdown. LaMerry Christmas, 48 yards.
He said Merry Christmas. That Christmas game?
He
I think we re-added this. Finally, my Patriots are on here. Final fucking league.
Bud Dupree jumped in.
This, Drake May?
Oh, I'm sorry, baby.
Pops up, and he is into the end zone.
Yes, sir.
Defense number 48. That penalty is declined.
Bro, that should have been a top 10 play. Why ain't this in the top 10 plays, though?
Touchdown.
He clearly caught it, clearly rolled into the end zone without being touched.
Facts, bro. They hating on the Patriots, man.
That is what I'm talking about with Drake May. He recognized it was a free play because of the offside. The big boys in the middle. That's good stuff, Ross. Herbert, a little
same
pump
game.
fake, throws deep. He's got McConkey for another touchdown.
It's McDonkey, dude.
And the young lad goes flying all the way back to his bench.
How the fuck are y'all gonna show in the NFL? Why y'all gonna show my team and then you're gonna show the same game the next play over just to get one up on us? How, like, facts? Even the people in the chat saying it, bro.
Biggest NFL game he's played in, 1st and 10. Good time. McClinchy a block. Going deep. Oh,
Damn.
he's got him. He's got
Damn.
Mills. Touchdown.
That was a high arcing shot. Or not shot, but fucking throw.
The Broncos have come back again. Joe Burrow, 2nd down and 10. They bring the linebackers going deep. He's looking for Higgins, who makes
T. Higgins.
Was he in bounds? Yes, he was. Oh, what a beauty. Murray's going to throw it to the end zone. Up in the air.
Oh! They was mad as hell. Bro, those be the worst, bro. Tip ball from the quarterback. Yeah, Murray, that was a pick, bro.
3rd and 3. Blitz coming. Picked up. Rush gets intercepted. Breaking in front of that is C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And a house call.
Pick 6.
To open the day.
Defense wins championships. Shit, you seen him in the Super Bowl.
70 yards, no flag.
Johnson, dude.
Saints will take on the Bucks in what could be a crucial game for Tampa Bay.
Throwback from Miller.
Oh, flea flicker alert.
Looking deep. Looking end zone. Foster Moore.
Touchdown. Nice. That was smooth.
To the
Finally, the plays are starting to get a little better.
push it downfield. Over 4,000 passing yards for the second straight season.
Irving. Bucky Irving taking the sideline, kicking it into another gear.
First down in Carolina territory. We are under 9 minutes to play in this first half. Mayfield floated, caught by Irving, turns it upfield. He's a dart. Bucky Irving.
Damn! Cut right. All right, never mind.
Diving for the pylon.
Matched up to the bottom of the screen here. 3rd down and 8. Pickett given time. Happy feet in the pocket. Lines up and throws.
That's a backup quarterback for the Eagles.
Circus kicks.
He catch that one hand.
Calcaterra 34 yards.
And it starts with the quarterback. So I look at Daniel.
All right, we're in the top 50 now.
Good, not good. Should have been paid, not paid. Was Dable the one that wanted that opportunity?
Oh!
His 100th
Malik
interception
Neighbors.
The 5th rookie all-time to reach triple digits.
Take your shots downfield, Carolina. Shotgun, Young. Deep one.
Caught over the shoulder by Thielen. Touchdown, Panthers.
Bryce Young.
Yards on a rainbow from Young.
Single season NFL record. If he doesn't, I know one guy that's going to be really happy and is open about that. That is Dickerson. Pickett, deep ball. He's got Smith. It's a perfect throw and a touchdown.
Bro, these are like basic throws.
Pickett to Smith for the 2nd time this quarter.
If that's the case, why was the Patriots playing the top 50? Bro, that's favoritism, bro.
Heaves it to the end zone.
Oh, good catch. That's a good catch. Bro fell on his back. I know that shit hurt. It was worth it, though.
What a throw and catch.
Yo, a duck is on the field, bro.
Scoop and score. J.J. Russell. Buccaneers doing it from all angles.
Very good.
That's funny. They had an annual on that.
2 set of downs for the Giants. Catch made by
Neighbors.
He breaks free. Neighbors.
Damn!
All the way. 59
No, that was cold.
His 2nd touchdown today.
I think his teammates want the MVP for him. They know it's about the Super Bowl. MVP would be amazing and great. He deserves it. Lamar deserves it.
Here's a guy coming right in.
Whoa! Out of there!
Another Bills touchdown.
That was nice.
I think we got a quarterback competition now, Jim. A controversy. Trubisky is on fire.
O'Connell seeking, serving, and surging. Lodge has got a man.
Damn.
It is Tucker.
It's a tight window.
For the touchdown. Rejuvenation of his career. They go quick again here. 2nd down. Has time this time. Lowe's going deep. Has a man. Naylor.
Dot.
He's got it. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Default selling.
Edge of the play clock off in time.
It's the Penix dude.
Fire intercepted.
Picked off. Oh! Nah, Penix was mad. He had to hit him right after that.
They know they're going to be facing some good offenses in the NFL, so this is a big test against an offense that's caught it.
That's a
3rd down and 12.
the Pearson run?
Goff. Here's a little lap.
Bro, this shit was so nice. I think I remember this play. Oh!
Amon-Ra St. Brown made the catch.
The Williams dude.
He's done this before this year. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Nigga, that shit was so dirty. That got him, bro. How is that not a top 10, nigga? This is straight. Yo, this is early 2000s energy.
Goff. Here's a little lateral to Williams.
Nigga said little lateral, nigga. That shit was nice.
And gone for a touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown made the catch. He's done this before this year. Amon-Ra St. Brown. This time, the lateral for the touchdown. And Ben Johnson loving every second of it. Conversation, and last year when we went to Detroit, that stadium was electric. I mean, it was really something to be a part of. Here's Gibbs, gets the edge, gets the first down.
Gibbs, he out of there.
Listen, paying $14.99 a month for a streaming app and $9.99 a month for a music app and $12.99 for a fitness app and more money for a bunch of other apps, that really adds up. So why not get YouTube Premium for just $13.99? It's like having all those and the entire world of YouTube uninterrupted. Your wallet will thank you, if wallets could talk. YouTube Premium. Try 1 month free.
This is a Monday. I think I reacted. That's what made me like Gibbs my favorite running back in the NFL. I think after that game.
Or maybe it's throw the dagger.
Of today, not all time though. Dot.
Touchdown.
Oh, that's Super Bowl, nigga. The most boring Super Bowl in history, nigga. Nah, hell not, bro. Unless this is a pick, bro, the Chiefs don't deserve no top plays from the Super Bowl in here, bro. Come on, man.
Loaded up, gonna take a shot forward, deep down the field. He's got it.
Nah, bro. They put this in here, but they don't put the Patriots play around the same height, bro. Yo, Mahomes, bro. Who are you talking to behind the scenes? Losing by 50 points under 2 minutes ago in the Super Bowl. With the backups in, too. Chat said it. Come on.
Worthy with the long touchdown from Mahomes, 50 yards.
Many things to address in the offseason. We'll talk about some of them for Cleveland. Zappia looks at
the first Browns up. No.
Right into the hands
Pick
of
six.
And the rookie
Browns with some ass.
early pick six. Second and 15. Jackson rolls out. Throws it downfield. Andrews, who comes back and makes a sliding.
Damn, Andrews. They needed that catch at the last second, that 2-point conversion, though.
Wilson down the sideline.
Oh!
And the catch is made. What a grab by Mike Williams, and he got both feet down.
Wow, another Chiefs play.
16, Mahomes roll it out. Looking, fiery,
intercepted. There you go. Now, if this one was deserved, I remember you guys in chat told me, this is his pick six and it was his birthday when this happened. Deserved top play here. Pick six on your birthday and the Super Bowl. Cooper DeJean.
Quarterback's legs.
Fakes left, now taken off. Gonna run for it, he got it! And there he goes! Inside the 10, the 5!
That's crazy. Josh Allen really be trucking niggas, man.
Well, that is a great honor.
I'll put him on his ass, bro. You put me at free safety, here comes the boom! Whoa! Please tell me you get a touchdown. Touchdown! Good ass fucking run. 80 yards?
92 yards for Dameon Pierce, and the Texans are feeling good. It's 13-0.
On first and 10. Pressure's
Oh,
coming.
he slipped.
Richardson slips. Now he's in.
Nigga said, fuck it, I'm launching it. Dot. Bro, pump fake throwing a football in the crowd.
60-yard touchdown.
All right, we in the top 30 now.
For Stroud, he's going to take a deep shot down the field. Nico Collins is there. He goes up, and he's got it.
Bro, it sucked that Nico got injured.
What a catch!
The Texans would have got farther in the playoffs.
A 57-yard gain.
Wow, we got some kick returns.
Cardinals will return.
Like, where's the kick return touchdown here? I hate this new NFL kickoff here.
With a burst across the 40. Bass can't take him down. Dallas may go.
Damn.
On the outside. One man to beat.
Touchdown. That was nice.
Touchdown, Arizona. No flags. 96 yards.
Third and 15. Richardson has time, loads up, going deep. Pierce is down there, and it is.
My that type of catch.
Alec Pierce. A 58-yard completion.
And his impact so far on the Viking defense, 2nd down 9. Darnold getting messy, going deep, and he's got Jefferson.
Woo! I think I remember this. Early 2000s energy, Jefferson. Damn! 100-yard touchdown. Nigga, that slick gotta be in the top 10.
7 yards! Holy smokes!
Damn. You think Jefferson gonna be on the Vikings next year, though? That's gonna be a question. I think Jefferson and Debo might get traded.
Prescott loaded up, going deep, has a man.
PI too, nigga.
Jalen Colbert.
Shotgun Levis, 2nd and 9. Levis looking for the big one. And a sliding attempt. Ridley was there.
I need a replay. Please somebody replay.
Ridley tracking.
Oh!
Ridley tracking.
Nigga, that's a top 10 play, bro. Yo, these top 10 plays better be fucking like top of the line amazing. If they letting this in the 20s. And you know the concentration you have to catch that?
Corner Sauce Gardner.
Is that
Chuck Clark
kind of with one hand, low key too?
Looks like he has a shot at the football, but how
Burnt
about
Sauce Gardner, and I don't even know who 36
the
is.
absolute concentration of Ridley. Remember the one that went through his hands? Looked like he should have caught that one. He atoned for it on that play.
Marvin Harrison Jr. around. Now they got him in the slot.